This episode brought to you by Floston Cruises. If you think it's a bad idea to take a cruise at this time of the day and this time of the year, you are correct.
Hey everybody, we're watching The Fifth Element and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we bring to you a
Not one element.
No.
Not two, not three, not four.
No, four. Four's enough.
Yeah, maybe four.
All right. But we're going to introduce you to the fifth element.
Which is love. Is it love?
No,
Probably fucking is.
she's the fifth element.
She's love.
She's
She talks
naked.
like Nell.
She's naked. That's not love.
We should have brought it. This should have been brought to you by Nell's School of Talking.
Habute. Tabu Dabu. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
What if you found out she was just racistly naming Saudi Arabian cities?
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi.
Is it
Abu
racist to
Ghraib.
name a place?
No, but if that, when you're just using that as language, like if you're
Like
like,
culturally inappropriate.
no, but like if you were like doing, well, like it's just borderline ignorant. Like if you were like, I'm going to do a French accent. Oh, baguette. Like when you do something like that.
That's exactly how they sound.
Paris. Cannes Film Festival.
That's how they
Cigarette. Yeah, like, you get
That's all you need to know is where's the fucking crapper.
Just do, yeah. And the
Their French cuisine's so rich.
yeah, you need to know where the bathroom is in France and where the library is in Mexico. Apparently,
Exactly.
it's so hot. I bet the library is
It's got
air conditioning.
Or you go and you read a book about air conditioning
Yeah, I gotta.
That'll do it.
I have to build an air conditioner for this
Yeah.
place.
for Mexico.
All right, you have the whole like we're gonna dome it.
Just stick it to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Have a big giant, place. It'll drip on the American side.
I
Fuck
bet you the cartels will calm the fuck down if you air condition that country.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll be like,
It'd
oh my Lord, we've been just killing people and shit. Well, because that's what they say. Like they say in New York and stuff, the murders go up when it gets like when there's like a heat wave
Super
or something
hot.
like
People
that.
just losing it.
Yeah. So I get it.
Like a weekend at Bernie's. We're like, it's too hot for this shit. Go rob us like some other day when it's nice.
Yeah. And that's why, like in Brazil, they go and they get their like taints waxed and stuff like that.
That's where Blanca's from. He gets his taint waxed.
Yeah. Well, like
That's the only thing he gets waxed.
Yeah, I know his chest is going. He's got bright red hair, but he still has black chest hair.
Yeah, the carpets match the drapes, Blanca.
We're going to talk a lot about red hair and carpets matching drapes and stuff like that in this episode. As soon as we press play.
Now.
There we go. We did it, guys.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, here we go.
All right.
There she is.
So this is a Luc Besson movie. He obviously French, if you didn't get that. No, baguette. So that's how he sounds when he's directing this
Hardest working man in showbiz, they say.
movie. I doubt it. But
I think it's Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he directed Nikita, Leon the Professional.
That was awesome.
Lucy. So he's got a type.
And that started Natalie Portman. Wasn't that her first movie?
The Professional, yeah. And then he also wrote The Transporter, the Statham series there. He wrote Taken.
Oh, no way.
And
Taken?
Yeah, and he wrote Columbiana. He didn't direct those, but
He wrote them.
He wrote those.
I keep seeing Bruce Willis in all these like straight to DVD movies.
I was going to discuss that actually because his career in general is just a bunch of that. There's one I don't remember the name. I didn't write it down. It's a lot of people are in the one movie, but then every other one it's him as the top guy.
This
and
is
then
like the
underneath
crap I just took.
I know, and then underneath every single person was like, I've never heard of you before in my life, or somebody who was like, oh yeah, he's in a
Rest in peace, Luke Perry.
Yeah, he like that person is definitely like a direct to DVD name. It's like, yeah, I recognize him. It's like,
Oh, yeah, I've seen like tons of them. Like when I go to the Avondale, they always have like shitty movies there, and
Yeah.
it's like boom. I was like, another Bruce Willis. I'm like, right on.
Mhm.
He's like gonna be the new Casper Van Dien.
Yeah. Well, I felt kind of bad. So Eric Serra, we'll talk a little bit more about him in a bit.
You feel
He's
bad
the,
for Bruce Willis?
Well, I feel like just because like it's such a fall, like it was such a high, and then finally people just decided. I don't know if it's just because like he's kind of aging out of action in their opinion, or if it's because he's notably a difficult dude.
Is that true? Yeah.
That's the thing.
I haven't seen this movie in forever, man.
Yeah, and so I don't know if it's one of those things, but yeah, he's been kind of relegated to this. Like,
Well,
rough
what do you
kind of
think he's
area.
pulling down? Right, he's still making cash.
He's
so,
still-
I'm
he's-
sure he's not making
he's-
crazy money,
no,
but he's
but-
probably doing pretty good.
But you got to
still.
think of like the ego of an actor. They're not going to be like, "Hey, at least I'm still paying the bills." They're like, I was the movie star."
Well, everybody runs out
And now,
eventually.
well, and that's the whole point is
Unless
everybody
you're Meryl
works
Streep.
exactly.
Or unless you're De Niro and you're just starring a bunch of weird grandpa
Mm-hmm.
movies.
I know.
How many grandpa movies has he come up
has.
with now?
I know he's been in 3 movies that
Dirty
have
Grandpa, The War
Yeah.
with Grandpa.
Yeah, he's been in 3 movies that have the word grandpa in it, in the title. So I don't know. He's played grandpas in more than that, obviously, because he was a grandpa in Garage Match.
They're just shocked that this guy's riding a donkey and not a camel.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
What the fuck is a donkey?
So yeah, this movie, it actually takes place between, this is 1914, and then when we get into like the main part of it, it's 2263. So that's the
2263.
So that's the jump we're making. I want to talk about Robert Mark Kamen, who is the co-writer of this. He co-writes all of the things with Besson, but he also wrote The Karate Kid. He wrote, you remember the old Cuba Gooding Jr. boxing movie Gladiator?
Yes.
Where like they fight
I'm
the
gonna
guy,
fight you.
and then the guy fights Brian Dennehy at the end, and he just keeps like they're bare knuckle fighting, and he just keeps putting his head down. It's like top of the head, hardest bone in the body, and I'm like,
what a movie, eh?
like it's that thing. So he wrote that. He also wrote Lethal Weapon 3, and the Angel Has Fallen movie, the sequel to the.
Oh, with the president, like
Yeah.
the president with a machine gun.
There's Luke Perry. He is the 6th highest billed person in this movie. He speaks less than 100 words in the movie.
I know, I can't even think that's hilarious that he's like was in the. You got Luke Perry in your movie, baby. You put him on the marquee.
Yeah, that's
Look at that handsome gentleman.
God. I do like, as much as like he wasn't like some like huge entity in entertainment anymore, I do miss him because when he does show up and things, you're like, hey, Luke Perry, I like him.
Uh-oh. This creepy bastard came right out of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. He looks like I remember seeing this and I remember thinking like, is this just fucking Stargate? Because he looks like he's out of Stargate, like everything. I was
This
just
movie's
like,
so crazy.
I genuinely love this movie.
I know, this movie's wicked. It's got weird, like it's jokey parts
Yeah.
and like
She's got like an outie belly button.
and like Gary
that
Oldman is so
hieroglyph.
weird in this movie.
Gary Oldman too. I want to talk a little bit about it later, but he did not like this movie.
Oh, no, eh?
He did this movie sight unseen because he's Luc Besson's friend, and Luc Besson helped finance one of his movies. So, but the problem was that he did this movie, and they asked him, "Did you like it?" He's like, "Oh God, no." He's like, "I can't bear to watch that movie." Like he's just.
That's hilarious.
I was like, "But it."
Gary Oldman is like Michael Fassbender and like what's his name?
Michael
that
Fassbender would be
played-
more like Gary Oldman.
Yeah, but I mean, like the movies they're in aren't good, and they're way better than the movies they're in.
Yeah, but he's also in good things too,
Yes.
like because like he's like he did the Harry Potter series. I mean, that's kind of the least of which, like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, like shows off like his acting chops and stuff.
But he's
like
good in
that,
this too.
obviously.
He's like such a character in
He's
this.
so good in this.
Oh, did he drug him?
Yeah,
Laxativism, so he's gonna run off and shit. He's gonna steal all the secrets.
Oh.
He's like, fuck, you didn't drink it.
you son of a bitch.
He never drinks out of
Yeah.
that cup.
Oh.
He was totally trying to poison him or something there, eh?
Mhm.
There you go. The devil's wine.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
Hey, that
see?
donkey turned into a camel.
He is. That's what they were trying to warn him. They're like, get off that fucking donkey before he turns
Yeah.
into a camel.
I like the idea of the priests kind of protecting.
Yeah, that's what he's
The
trying to do,
alien
right? This guy's
yeah.
getting too close to the secrets.
Well, it's not even
fuck.
no. It's not that he's getting too close to the secrets. He knows they're coming, and they're like, you can't be here. But I think he was just trying to make him pass out so he didn't see them. So these are totally different kids than were outside. Like when they ran up and they're like, hey, like, come on, hurry.
Oh, shit.
Now
Whoa.
that is a cool ship. I always, I when I'm watching movies, yeah, when I'm watching like sci-fi movies and stuff, I'm always judging the ships because that's one thing where you got a lot of creative license,
Yes.
right? And it's just like,
It's a saucer.
well, and it could be anything, and I like that ship a lot. But the these guys who we're about to see, I've told you the story on this show before about the dream I had where all these like aliens were like walking by. I was in a bowling alley, and then the bowling alley just like went off into space, and then I literally
Space alley.
no, but I literally died in the dream because I
Oh my God. Are
I
you dead right
suffocated.
now?
Yeah, so are you.
Am I dead?
Bruce Willis.
Oh my God.
Bruce Willis is always here to remind you that somebody's was dead all along.
These guys are neat looking.
But these were essentially the guys, like a little tweaked, but these are essentially the guys who like walked by. They were wearing like red caped things, but it was like
They remind me of like TIK TOK from Return to Oz.
yeah, I didn't see that.
Come on, Luke, get it done, buddy.
Draw them fast, buddy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They just happened to be in the same day that they showed up, or what?
Yeah. Well, they've been
Or
here
because
for
they
a
were
while.
fucking around, then they
Well, no, it's
somebody, they got like a camera on the door. They're like, they're getting way too close. We better show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking shut this party down.
No, because they don't even really care.
They're just aliens,
Yeah.
dude. Don't worship them. Oh my God, this guy's so into the zone, he didn't even notice that these gigantic clunking thing is right behind him. Whoa.
The little heads. Now, I try to wrap my head around because these are obviously
you German. Clearly,
Yeah.
they're German. Come
Yeah.
on.
He then
That's a dumb
says,
question.
"Oh, you're actually you're right. He was trying to stop them." Mondoshuan.
Whoa.
I want to know what the aliens look like underneath because these are obviously like exoskeleton kind of things. Like, do they have teeny tiny heads?
Oh, you know what? They seem like they're pretty cool dudes. They're like, buddy,
Yeah.
you did a great job, but we're here anyways.
Yeah.
Because shit's going down.
Yeah, because you guys are about to discover the stone. Like somebody's about to discover the stones, and then
Yeah, because he said war is coming.
yeah.
These guys are
Hello.
neato. Imagine
Yeah.
going as that guy for Comic-Con. We could probably get 5 people in there.
Yeah, exactly. You could have like an orgy happening inside.
This guy's not really that surprised that he just is like face to face with an alien species here.
No. That's one of my.
Oh, shit.
He just made him pass out. But I like
Bitch.
it's one of my favorite things in movies. Oh, all their penises are flashlights. I just noticed that. But
They also remind me of something out of like Dark Crystal. You know what I mean? They remind you of some kind of fucking. Oh, look at this guy. Is that Han Solo
yeah,
trapped in bicarbonate?
is it a bicarbonate?
That's
It's
right.
just a sodium bicarbonate. You know how it is.
Take the stones.
He sounds very like Transformery. These would be like the fat Transformers who like, what do you guys transform into? A ball.
Yeah,
You know how it is.
a bowl.
I like too that war is coming, although I don't know when people, like the timeline of when people are traveling around.
So let the
and stuff
human
like that.
guy pick it up. They look like they're pretty clumsy.
Yeah,
They break
exactly.
The fucking thing.
They've got these horrible gloves.
Oh, my God.
Quick,
Oh, come
Look at
on,
that
Luke
gun.
Perry. What the fuck?
that gun is ridiculous too.
Special
Like,
effects look pretty good still, man.
yeah. You know what was actually interesting? I was listening to an interview. J.J. Abrams was on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, and they were talking about Jurassic Park. You know, there's only 63 effect shots in Jurassic Park.
Really?
Yeah, he's like the average like big movie now has like 2,000 effect
Holy
shots,
fuck.
and he's like, and Jurassic Park had
That's
63.
the best way to do it, is to do the least. Make your movie so that you have the least amount of special effects shots because they don't hold up.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that they've decided, because now that they have the ability to make that stuff, they can imagine bigger. They're like, I'm going to imagine this place that doesn't exist. And then it's like, well, you can't practically make that place that doesn't
Right.
exist. You have to, or it's like, I'm going to imagine this thing that like, you can't make an animatronic. You can't, like, it's because it's got to move super fast and it's got to be jumping all over the place. And
Buddy, listen to this guy.
that looks like the shittiest water pistol in the world. I don't even know if
That
that's
looks
an
like a
accurate
German gun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, it's like a little mini machine gun.
I want to see the movie.
Oh, now look what you did, bud. Way to
Yeah.
go, Luke Perry.
The wall. Oh, there. Oh, he's on the wrong side. I thought that they were getting locked in.
They are.
No, they're getting locked out. See, he's telling them to hurry. He's like, you got to go. The door's going to close on you. See? Oh.
Way to go, Luke Perry.
Fucked it all up.
Fucking go.
That guy died because of you.
You just killed like an alien civilization.
No, it's
You're a hot-headed stud.
He just killed one dude. But I thought, just because my lack of memory from it, I thought that he was going to, they were getting locked in. And then I was like, I want to see the story about those guys. No, I was talking about the priest and Luke Perry. I thought they were getting locked in.
Was it just one of the alien dudes, or was a bunch of them in there?
It was just one. And he just couldn't move fast enough because their suits are a joke. But they have all this technology.
What they look like under that, or is that what they are?
No, I have a feel like
there's something inside of that.
Well, there's definitely something inside of it.
I know, maybe just guts. I mean, like a whole other creature. You know,
no,
that's wearing a suit.
Well, that's what I said. It's like I was like, it's got to be like an exoskeleton because it's all like metal and whatnot. I mean, it's not impossible.
Oh, you know what? This movie has the president of the world is black.
That's right. This and Idiocracy. So I don't know.
I never saw that movie. It's supposed to be really good.
Idiocracy's great. And Terry Crews is the president in Idiocracy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've seen him. I love Terry Crews.
It's
like straight out of Star Wars. Looks like, what's the name of that ship?
I don't know.
Tell me it.
This isn't Star Wars.
What if it was in Star Wars? What would the name of it be? See it again. Watch. Oh my fuck. What the? Is this the Nothing?
Yes.
Oh my God, this is where the Nothing started.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
The Light Piece. That's what this one would be called. It's not a great
ship
name.
Again.
Send out. Hope they're going to probe it.
Here he is.
Tiny Lister. Our second movie with Tiny Lister.
This is New York City. He's the president of New York.
Yeah. Well, he's the president of the United States, but it's just, I guess New York is the capital again.
Oh, yeah, Ian Holm.
Ian Holm, I miss him.
I had major issues with this movie because of the little goofy parts they have in it, but over time, I've smoothed out on it.
That's the thing. Well, it was meant to be like that. He wanted, because always in the future, it's so dystopian, in Luc Besson's words.
Right.
He's like, he wanted it to be bright. He's like, I don't want the action to be in like dark space corridors and stuff like that. He's like, I need it to be bright and colorful. He's like, the future is weird. It's not.
Right. I agree with that.
It's not dark. And that was just that's just how he kind of like came forward with this. It's weird to see.
The rat guy.
Yeah. The rat guy too. I have information on him. But Ian Holm. Ian Holm, I miss him so greatly. He died this past June.
Oh, he did?
You didn't know that? I swear we talked about that on this very show.
I just don't want him to be dead, so I don't believe it.
Yeah, I choose to not believe it.
Oh, look at his eye. He's got like fucking pink eye going on here. I wonder if that's really just from today or if that's the character thing.
Yeah. I don't know. He looks great there, though, eh? His like youth is...
Look at his eye.
Yeah. It shows you how much time has really passed since this movie came out, though.
It's just pure evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't fight evil with evil, baby. Mm-hmm. You gotta fight it with love.
Hopefully that the priests haven't have the same kind of credibility and PR problems that the priests in our current world have, because otherwise they're like, oh yeah, no, you can't do that. Yeah, we're not listening to you, dude. Is that the Vulcan chick from Star Trek Enterprise behind?
Yes. I like those dudes in the suits in the background. Look at the other guys.
Well, the other guy, there's like the
console.
Pope. There's like the Pope was back there too.
That guy looks like Brock Lesnar on the right. Look at. What was this guy in?
I don't know. He's just an old British man. So probably everything.
Oh, Jesus. This is what the moon's going to do soon.
Different. That guy looks like he's a plastic Baldwin.
You got weirdo eyes.
Yeah.
Everybody's eyes are all fucked up. Look at Tiny Listers.
Yeah,
Home.
What's
going on with this room?
They went with some really weird things. And like Luc Besson, like up till this point, everything he did was very French. Like even The Professional was very French. It just had Natalie Portman in it.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Don't
So where did this thing just appeared?
Yeah.
It was like a supernova that just exploded and boom, now this thing is here.
Essentially. I couldn't vote for a president with a lazy eye. I'm sorry. It's not.
Why?
I don't know.
His lazy eye sees in the fourth dimension.
Yeah. I could see.
Maybe his lazy eye sees through time or can see your future.
Yeah, maybe he could have seen what the Ukraine or what Russia was up to.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Is New York City now this ship, or are they just out there protecting New York?
He's not on the ship. They're in New York City, and this is the ship.
They're in the air.
Yeah. Stoddard. Come on.
I love Tiny Lister. He's fucking awesome.
He is cool. And he's in a lot of stuff. Like he was in
Hogan.
And he was in The Dark Knight Rises. He was the good prisoner who in The Dark Knight, not The Dark Knight Rises.
But look away.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the goop coming out of his head.
Papa Shango's here. That's a very...
Whoa. That's how I wake up every day with a rage boner.
Yep. All right. So Bruce Willis, they were looking at people to do this. Originally, it was going to be Jean Reno was actually like a front runner for the role because it was going to be a very weird French thing, and then I guess they wanted to make it a little bit more mainstream,
more eclectic too. Yeah. Right? Having a whole different. Were those like his 4 cigarettes for the day?
Mm-hmm. And it's a quit your cigarettes thing because you notice that the filter was a lot bigger. I think it's like a weaning you off cigarettes
so
kind of deal.
Actually, so I like all these little touches that they have like that. That was so neat.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, right here.
See, look at it's all filter. It's only like this much cigarette. There you go. But anyways, so they went and met him.
He's hungover. He's like John McClane hungover in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it all started with
look at that.
Nice.
It's like a brand new mattress every day. What a wasteful thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm hoping that
the one gets washed and then.
That's my hope. But why do you need your mattress? Like, what are you doing in that bed?
He has got night's terror sweats. Oh my God! Yeah, it's like all filter.
Yeah.
You get like a couple drags.
So you can't see. You'll never see the character he's talking to. The character's name is Finger, but it is voiced by. Listen. I want you to listen.
Right.
One.
Here.
First one.
Oh.
Don't exist, Major.
Do you know who that voice is? I just played it out on there too so people would hear it, but that's Vin Diesel.
Oh, it is? That's Big D's?
It's a young Vin Diesel, uncredited. Oh, then let's go back in time and we're just going to wait until you figure it out.
I'm glad you told me because I would have just been sitting here trying to guess for like the entire fucking movie.
Come on, Todd, the movie's almost over.
You know what I like? He didn't go for like being a big, usually all these guys, when they got to take their shirts off, they get all ripped.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a part of his appeal is the fact that he's
the everyman.
Yeah. But yeah, so Luc Besson went and met him in New York. And he went and read the script and just agreed to do it. Like I said, Gary Oldman agreed to do it sight unseen just because he's doing it. So originally his name was Rhod, and it's just a really shitty name, and they changed it to Ruby Rhod. But Ruby Rhod is actually a little bit of an inside joke because in the original lasers, this core element that created a laser was a ruby rod.
Right.
So that's the whole idea. I love this guy. This guy, like, if you didn't know this was a French movie, this guy tells you immediately, it's a French movie.
I love that. Like, what the fuck kind of hat is he wearing?
It's the background. So when the guy looks out, he just sees nothing.
Right.
So they don't give him a lot of you don't get a lot of real backstory with Corbin Dallas, but he was like an like everything. He was like an special forces kind of guy who's now a taxi cab driver. And the reason he's a taxi cab driver, actually, Luc Besson wrote this movie. Yeah. Luc Besson wrote this movie in when he was 16 years old, or the original kind of treatment for it.
Yeah, like the idea,
and this was 22 years later. This came out when he was 38. But
I love that hat.
I don't need it. But the reason specifically that he's a taxi cab driver is because his dad was a taxi cab driver, so he wanted the hero.
Look at this guy.
I know. But anyways, he wanted the hero to be a taxi cab driver because his dad drove taxi as a second job to put him through art school.
Right.
So that was like his little, this is his little thing to his dad.
This is his dad, eh?
Yeah. His dad is Corbin Dallas.
He looks crazy. I love this when he drives out.
Yeah.
I always have horrible nightmares, buddy. Don't worry about it. They're fun. They're fun. Makes nighttime fun.
They're great. But yeah, I like that he wrote this.
5 points left. What does that mean?
Well, it's like demerit kind of things. Like to keep your license, you have to have points on your license.
He's only got 5. If he loses 5 more, it's over.
That's right. Precisely.
Okay, let's see what the cars look like and everything here.
That does not seem like a safe way to like pull out. I can't see it all until it's too late.
Look at his eyes are going crazy again.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Now they're listening to him. I miss like that guy in the background. He looks like he's from Demolition Man. Like that's a Demolition Man hat.
He looks like he looks like a mixture of what's his name from Will and Grace and Sheldon.
Okay.
If he was in.
I was gonna say he looked a little bit like Ezra Miller, who plays the current Flash and is also in the Fantastic Beasts.
I don't like
movies.
him as the Flash.
I know you don't like him, but it doesn't make him look like him any less to me.
That is true.
That is true. But what was it? So at the time, because this isn't like a Hollywood movie. It's got like Hollywood people, but this was kind of like shot outside of the system, and this was at the time the most expensive film ever made outside of the Hollywood system.
Outside of Hollywood, right?
The budget was $80 million, and he went over budget by a lot, and so it ended up costing $93 million approximately.
Oh, no way.
To make this movie.
Right on. Well, so was the Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. That was then considered the biggest European or whatever.
Which is really interesting because the guy who made the comics for that worked on this movie as a I think he was like a.
That's neat, like buoys, like markers.
Mm-hmm. But he was like a conceptual consultant on it. Is the guy who created the graphic novels of Valerian.
Oh my god, look at these fuckers.
Now, their lip and face movement, do they remind you of anybody?
Munchie.
Who?
My little Munchie.
Okay.
Look at these cocksuckers.
Were you talking like from the fucking Hostess chips?
No, Munchie was this horrible movie called Munchie.
Oh, okay.
No, it reminds me of like Tank Girl or something.
No, you know who the exact animatronics that are underneath that face were used for the Nemoidians in Star Wars Episode 1. This is impossible.
Yes.
They took that animatronic face and then just slapped
over a new. Where did they find them? Oh, for fuck's sake. Those guys just can't cut a break, man.
I don't know, whatever, like studio lot or whatever.
I like those dudes. Those dudes look like they'd be cool to hang out with. They'd probably give you a lot of knowledge and how to chill.
Yeah.
And these fucking losers just fucking blew. Oh, this is neat.
This, I feel like, I'm surprised this isn't a thing already, is like her.
They did it in Total Recall.
Yes.
Remember she was going.
Yeah. Well, some things are just a good idea. Like like you see them do something like that in the future, like, oh, what? That's what they're wasting their time on in the future is painting nails. Well, they figured everything else out.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, people are always going to invent things.
Okay, so you said that like Gary Oldman. Is he Sir Gary Oldman?
No.
He will be.
He should be.
That's my prediction right now.
Yeah.
Within this year or the next year, he will be Sir Gary Oldman.
Well, we're
take that to the fucking bank.
We're losing other sirs as it is, right? They're going to start falling apart.
They got to restore the balance.
Yeah. I would personally go get young, strong knights.
No way. Oh, what's this fucking thing?
That's like a hand.
Oh, that's Buddy's hand that had the key. It's like Terminator style.
Yeah. This was what was like left of this guy. Like this guy screams pervert.
That guy's in a lot of shit. Yeah.
He looks like if Doug Jones was melting.
Doug Jones.
Yeah. But this
is all the people in this fucking movie. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, they fuck.
Does that mean, like, did they come all over their faces or?
What's with their eyeballs?
I don't know.
Aliens?
That's what's freaking me out. Like, because I'm like, it must be like a different version of blue light or something like that. It's
I
like
think that they're different versions of humans.
They could be. So the general here, that is Brian. Where's his fucking name? I wrote it down. Brian James. He died in 1999, so like 2 years after this movie came out. He was in 48 Hours and Another 48 Hours, Enemy Mine, Blade Runner, Armed and Dangerous. He's in Cabin Boy. What else we got? Striking Distance with Bruce. He was in Dead Man Walking, Tango and Cash, and he's in Frogtown 2.
You're talking the dude
sequel,
on the right.
Yeah, the sequel to Hell Comes to Frogtown.
No way. What?
He is in.
When did that come out? This year?
No, there's like
demand has been so high for it they had to come out with
There's a bunch of Frogtown movies. Lou Ferrigno takes over and he's like his brother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we gotta dive into.
My. That was totally awesome.
Drop my phone. I'm so sorry.
Here we go.
So yeah,
look at all the juice. Boom.
I was gonna say, isn't that shit?
There.
Isn't that like that fluid that they used in Phantasm?
It's Phantasm.
Oh, they're 3D printing.
Look at that.
Milla Jovovich.
We don't know that yet.
Well, I do.
I
I'm
can tell that
spoiling it for
skull
everyone.
anywhere.
Well, what's
That's
weird is why
Mila's
is it?
skull.
Yeah, why is it showing brain?
Is her husband the director of those vampire movies?
Paul W.S.
Resident
Anderson.
Evil? Did
Yes.
he do the Resident Evil movies?
I don't know if he did all of them, but yeah, he did. And
Because now he's directing Monster Hunter with her. Thank God she married the right guy.
you're blowing all my shit, man. I got this all written down. But yes, that is true. She's married to Paul W.S. Anderson. He is directing her in a thing. But what you don't know is that right before this movie, or shortly after this movie came out, she married Luc Besson.
No way.
So like they got married from this. But here's a dirtier thing. Luc Besson was engaged while this movie was being shot to somebody who's in this fucking movie. So it gets gross.
Chris Tucker.
Yes. Buzz, buzz, get out of here.
So
You
she
cheat on
was
me.
with him, and then they got married in an event. Oh, fuck yeah.
She-
Boom.
No, somebody else was with Luc Besson. Then she was in this movie, and then she got with Luc Besson.
And then they got married.
Yes.
And then they got divorced, and now she's with Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes. She also married
That's called the James Cameron disease.
yes. She also married, what's it called? That is 100% true. I wasn't even thinking about that. Sean Andrews, who was in Dazed and Confused with her.
Right.
She eloped with him while they were shooting that movie, but it got annulled because she was 16 years old when they got married.
Oh, my Lord. Don't
So-
they pay attention to these things, for Christ's sakes?
It's very weird that they're like, this is how they're clothing. We need thermal bandages.
It's not her clothing. It's just what they got on her
Yeah,
now.
no, but literally that's what they're like, we're going to use this to cover her up. So it's essentially her
Is
clothing.
this her first movie?
No, not by a long shot. She was in a
That's
bunch
right.
of
She
stuff.
was in Dazed and Confused.
She was in Dazed and Confused. She's in a bunch of other stuff.
Was she a model?
Her first, she was a model. Her first movie was Two Moon Junction.
Oh, yeah.
Her second movie was Return to the Blue Lagoon. She was in
Return.
She was in Chaplin.
Did she get as naked as Brooke Shields?
I don't know, to be honest. She was in Zoolander.
Oh, yes. She was awesome in Zoolander.
She's in Resident Evil, Ultraviolet. She was in the Hellboy remake and the upcoming Monster Hunter. Something I didn't know, though, she's also a singer. Like, she's got...
Yeah, she's in a band, like a techno-y kind of...
Yeah, she was on Conan in 1994, performing under Milla. And she was... and yeah, her songs are in a bunch of different...
did they...
soundtracks and
Is
stuff
she just
like that.
making up words, or did they actually give her words to say?
This is a language that Luc Besson and her created. She is fluent in 4 languages, so they're like, you'd probably be able to like handle like a language. So they created a language. This is the divine language, and it's 400 words. But her and Luc Besson both learned the language so well that they were actually having conversations and writing letters to each other in it and stuff like that.
It's like making up Klingon or something.
Which is probably how they were how she was like secretly like stealing him away from his fiance.
So underneath
With such a little tiny bonk.
Those robot dudes are they all Milla Jovoviches?
They could be.
I mean, this is the worst color to use. Like, that thing's right up her ass.
I give her
Don't
a lot
be
of
ripping a fart or anything.
I don't give her a lot of credit for this, because while she doesn't like actually say much of anything, she's actually quite good in it.
I think she is very good in this movie.
She's very like you can see like the tremble that she's got because she's afraid.
She doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Well, she just just like appeared.
Yeah, that's the end of what's it called? The Jim Carrey movie. Why can't I think of it all of a sudden? This happens to me so much that I think I need to really get into Ginkgo biloba. I just keep forgetting the names.
Ginkgo biloba.
The Jim Carrey, the reality, Truman Show. That was the end of Truman Show. I'm just going out this side of the dome. You didn't even think about that. Now I'm in the vents.
I think they could have done more with Truman Show.
Yeah. I think Truman Show's good. It's just like... I think like very much like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think that they went too deep on concept and not enough on plot.
Yeah, well, because I thought, man, why wouldn't he go and talk to his mom? Be like, you're not even my fucking mom. Like, this whole thing's fake.
Yeah.
Like, he just ran. Well, I guess if you figured it out, they're going to pull you back in. So maybe it was better just to run. Right when you figured out, just get the fuck out of there.
That's in the sequel, The Truman Show.
Kiss me.
Interesting thing about Milla Jovovich's hair.
Look
So
at this.
they decided she was going to have this red hair, but that means she's got brown hair naturally. So they had to bleach it and then dye it. And they had to keep doing that over and over again throughout the filming of the movie, to the point where it got so damaged her hair was falling out. So most of the movie she's wearing a wig because like they fucked up her
Fucked
hair.
her hair up royal.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I was just going to say. I did
Blah, I don't care.
Or it would have been better if he also said it in her language.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know, because I live about the. Not
I
a
should
salad,
go
but
as- this is what I'm going to go as for
Oh,
Comic-Con. Lilu.
My favorite thing is that you've named probably 10 costumes you're going to go to Comic-Con as,
I got
and you've
lots
been to
of-
one
I'm
Comic-Con
gonna have
where
lots
you
of-
didn't get dressed.
I'll have lots like Whoopi's Oscar changes. Like throughout the day, I'll just be different characters.
Could you imagine if you could like rent a closet there so you can like keep going in and out to make like.
You have dirty hands.
Yeah, those are gross ass hands. But she was just going through the vents.
Girl.
Yeah. She was just going through the vents, so I guess that makes sense.
So I still am trying to get my brain around.
Mhm.
They reformed the dude.
Well,
And his arm broke off, and then it turned out to be her.
It's sort of like, because the Fifth Element, I think, was kind of,
Jump girl. It looks good still.
Yeah.
Man. The special effects look good.
yeah, I think was essentially formless, for lack of a better term.
So it just found the form of what needed to end the evil.
I guess, like, it's just kind of, and the rebuilding process and
There
stuff
goes
like
a couple
that.
points, bud.
Like, it probably recognized a DNA that was sort of humanoid. It probably recognized it's female and stuff like that, and then just says like, oh, I'm gonna build.
Oh, yeah, he's only got 1 point left now.
I also really don't like, this is a problem I always had with driving in general, is the things that are like, why is that his fault? Why did he lose points because somebody
It's
fell through
like
his roof?
when you rear-end somebody, it doesn't matter.
Well, no,
They
but
could've
you
slammed on their brakes, you run into them, you were too close.
Yeah, but it's but that is a fault of yours. It's like somebody falling through your roof is not your fault.
Wrong place, bud.
Yeah, but like I had that thing too, because when I took driver's training, they said to you, like they were like, what do you think would happen if you were driving down a street and a tree branch fell off a tree and landed on your car?
To God.
And then I would, no, but we were just talking about the driving test in general, and I was like, I don't know. It was like they'd fail you, and I was like, but you have nothing to do with that.
What the fuck, like?
Yeah. So his reaction is genuine here, because he basically said that he was going to, like, she was going to talk to him, and then he'd have to just kind of react, and then he didn't know this language was going to be spouting out of her.
Oh, so he's just like, she's gonna fall in the taxi, say some shit to you, and you just be there.
Yeah, so like you can see he's like a little confused, then he laughs a little bit, but everything that she said, everything that she's saying is like actually like written language, which I find very interesting.
She's so pretty, eh?
She is a gorgeous woman.
Oh, fuck.
And still is too. Like this
Yes.
movie was 23 years ago, and she looks maybe
She has
6 years older.
such a nice smile on her, eh?
She's just like, she's got that European, like, it's not like this gross skinny supermodel thing. She's just
a
like,
skinny chick.
she's but she's not even, she's trim. She's
a
like
hero.
in shape, but she's like she's not like I can see her ribs and shit like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's cool, and she's also just a cool person. Like when you hear like her talk and stuff like that, she's just a genuinely cool person. She worked so hard on this movie though, and this was in a lot of ways her. Even though she was in Dazed and Confused and stuff, this was her breakout.
Right.
Because
This is
she's
a
like
big role.
it's a big role. It's a starring role. She's an action chick and all that stuff. And I mean, she's still doing that, right?
Oh, she's learning quick. She's learning better than me. She can read better than I can already.
I know. She nailed it.
Fucking 1 point. You say they must be watching at all times. You know, my question too is the traffic.
Yeah.
Is it like, okay, so there's like row upon row upon row upon row all floating above each other. Is there like, you just pick a lane, or do you be like, okay, if I'm going here, I have to go 5 up, highway 5 or whatever they call it, line 5, and then take that one?
I've been thinking about that for a really long time, and I was thinking, because like our next May the 4th, we're doing Star Wars Episode 2, and that's a big thing in there because they're in Coruscant. It's
Yes.
the same kind of thing, and I was going to bring it up at that point, so you've beaten me by several months. But
How the fuck, who, you know?
I've always thought about that, and it's
fuck.
you're exactly right though. It's I don't get the rules behind that. And I think that this logic is the exact reason why there'll never be flying cars.
Right.
I think you'll get a lot more mass transit of
People
like
can't fucking drive regular cars. You're gonna be able to drive a fucking one of these?
yeah. Like I honestly think you're gonna get into smart cars is gonna be like your everyday going around, and then anything that does anything super high tech is gonna be mass transit, like your bullet trains and stuff like that, right?
Fucking cool. Get rid of the cars,
Maglevs.
man. Get all the mass transit.
Yeah.
Poor environment.
Yeah. Well, I also like because they have these
Sunroof now, bud.
somebody did, I don't know if it was just conceptual design or whatever, but there was an idea where like those super fast trains, you could be on one and it would never stop, but you could get on and off of it.
Right.
So it would be going,
placement.
because what would happen is you would get like the station would travel with you.
Right.
So like it would be traveling at the same speed, and you would just walk onto the station, and then the train would leave, and then the station would go back to where it was supposed to be.
Right. That's
So
neat.
I think it's a great idea.
Coke. Oh, they got their McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me
You
of
see that guy's face?
Yeah.
That happens to him every single day, but normally when he orders his extremely hot coffee.
Oh,
That's why his face is
I was
all-
just gonna say he's got really crazy grip with those gloves, so he's always squishing them. He's like, god
Like,
damn
why
it,
do we order cups
I
like this
can't.
all the time?
nonstop.
2 air
Oof.
miles equal the same distance as on land. Did you know that?
Yeah, I like the car designs in this. They look like they're out of like a video game. Like if Crazy Taxi, like if they made a game called like Crazy Taxi 2263,
That'd be awesome.
they'd call it 2269.
I'm
We know
very
that.
jazzed for Cyberpunk
I don't.
2077. It's a video game by the guys
Okay.
who did The Witcher.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so fucking deadly. It's like this.
Oh, really?
It's all in the future, and the whole thing takes place, but it's like the whole world is like for real.
Oh, really? Oh,
It's
I'd like to check
people
that out.
everywhere. Like it's fucking crazy looking.
Yeah, I have to check that out. I gotta get a proper friggin'
What
like
did you
another
do to
system
piss
to do
these
that.
guys off? All she was fall out of the sky.
I know.
Like what? You can't even follow the sky anymore.
Yeah. Well,
The train's still on the tracks.
she did attack a general. I mean, there's that. Yeah, and
Oh
so
fuck! There you go, bud.
there's nothing in any of that. So there's a lot of buns.
Hamburgers. There's a couple hamburgers in there.
Oh, were there? Okay.
Yeah, they're already pre-cooked.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh fuck!
Wouldn't it be amazing if he just went low and just drove under them, and they're like, nothing we can do, not our lane.
Yeah,
He's like, we don't have
It's gonna have
jurisdiction.
to be Lane 4's police department.
Yeah, we don't have jurisdiction that
Yeah,
low.
like, fuck that. Holy Jesus Christ! I'm not fucking around with this guy. Well, he does have their special girl that just broke out of the facility like it was nothing.
Yeah, he's like, this is like a national security issue that he just isn't aware is one.
Woo!
See, this is I like that. But yeah, like I definitely can't wrap my head around what you would do. Like, how the hell do you get, like, people would be crashing. The amount of people in that scenario that would be dying because you'd go up, you'd get hit, both cars would fall, start slamming into every
all
car on the way
traffic,
down. It's like every single like mild collision would end in like 100 people dead.
Oh, here's like, yeah, they built the cities to go above the fog, so this is probably way deeper where all the poor people are. The smog's probably hella toxic. It's probably fucking horrible.
Well, this is very much, I mean, like,
It's got a Blade Runner.
It's very Blade Runner and Coruscant in Star Wars. Like, it was in like the expanded kind of universe before like the prequels came out or anything like that. But this is very much what happened. Is like Coruscant, as it grew, it became a city that was all around the entire planet, and then it needed to grow up. So there are actually like the lowest parts of Coruscant can't see the sun anymore. So that's all like the seedy
This is down
area
here.
and shit like that.
It's where the prostitutes hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, girl, you just jumped through a building. You're right.
Well, and then what's
scared.
worse is a cab driver just jumped on top of her. This is like everybody's Uber
Oh, it
nightmare.
happens to everybody in the big city.
Somebody who auditioned for Lilu, Elizabeth Berkley.
No way.
Which is funny because you mentioned just off of episodes, you mentioned Showgirls, and she auditioned for this, but Showgirls had come out already and flopped so like gloriously. So they were like, we don't really want to fuck around, like, and we're just gonna not involve her. So like you kind of imagine the world like say she did a good job in this. It's like Milla Jovovich's life is very different than as is Elizabeth Berkley's. Elizabeth Berkley is married to Paul W.S. Anderson, maybe.
Oh my god. I'll marry Elizabeth Brooks. She's still hot as fuck.
I know, she's still.
I thought that she was like, I'm looking for a priest, and he just randomly, just the first one, he was him, but he said he looked him up in the phone book.
Yes. This is like, there's such a weird.
His Fingers the guy on the phone?
Fingers is Vin Diesel, yeah. Which is weird because like he would have been in his 20s when he did this. He's just got such a voice. Big D's. It's the divine language. What a great voice.
I know, he's amazing.
Has on him, man.
What a neat cast this movie has. It's all Brits mixed with the Americans, and
especially given the whole idea that this was kind of built up like made outside the system. I know, right?
She came from some alien.
Yes. Oh, and that was the reason that she was cast too, is like she looks like she could be from the past or the future. She looks like she could be Nefertiti, or she could be an alien, and it was like, it's like she is exactly what the Fifth Element is supposed to be. She's a historical thing.
His pink eye's gone.
Yeah. Oh, that means he doesn't have COVID anymore.
That's right.
Oh, that's good news.
Jesus, buddy. Guy's trying to sew you. Guy had a blowout. He's trying to fucking fix it up.
I know. What a shitty office they gave him. He's like in a walk-in closet at like an IKEA table. IKEA, still a thing in 2263.
Well, McDonald's is still there.
Yeah. Did they bleach her eye? But they must have bleached her eyebrows.
Oh my God.
Then, right? Why? Like,
what a pervert.
This is the Me Too movement in general. You look vulnerable. Let me put my mouth on you.
He's right. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. So yeah, she's the first Me Too warrior fighting back. Get your gross Hollywood mouth
off of me.
Could you? I just can't even, like, I can't wrap my brain around that right now though. It's like, oh my God, she looks really hurt. I better French her before she wakes up.
He didn't French her, he just kissed her.
Yeah, but well, it's because she put a gun to his head. Give him 5 more seconds.
He had his dick in her ass.
She's like a real doll that you put in a warm tub.
Oh my God, I looked those things up. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
They look just like a real chick.
Yes, hence the real.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy fuck, look at this.
I was waiting for you to say, he looks like a real dude, because they have those too.
The ones I said you could add a penis onto them.
Nice. Only you would get a real doll and then put a strap on it. It's like, you gotta fuck me, real doll.
It's hard. You gotta like put cords behind it and just pull like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to me. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm still saying no. I'm like, no. Pull.
Using Kevin McAllister technology to trick the wet bandits into thinking there are people at home.
Exactly.
There's a Michael Jordan cardboard cutout standing in the corner.
Michael Jordan's here. We can't break in.
I love that he has a very specific outfit for this moment. Like the other guy didn't. Hey, I got this key. It would be an interesting story.
Boom, accidentally pulls the trigger.
Mm-hmm. If you wanted to expand this universe, and Luc Besson wanted to, originally he had written this as a trilogy, but he couldn't sell it as a trilogy to anybody, so he combined all 3 movies into one movie. But yeah, he had this idea that this was going to be like kind of its own universe, and I was like, I wouldn't be uninterested in seeing a story about like the priests and stuff like that through like what happened in the last like 200 and
maybe they have like
40 years.
Literature. You know how like Star Wars has like novels in between movies and shit? Maybe there's something out there. Is there?
Not that I know of. I didn't find
a graphic novel of how the aliens got, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck, bro. Your car got fucked up. I don't know how the fuck you didn't get hit.
What?
Oh, he's thinking of it. He's like, I shouldn't have kissed her.
They're protective. He's got a cat. This feels very New York apartment though. Like I think this is what they are anyways, just minus like the sliding doors. I love me some minimalism, but you know, I'm a dad. I can't have the kids that.
Is Fingers like his boss?
It's his
cabbie boss?
No, I think what it is like it's his friend who was a part of the like secret forces or whatever, right? But he's like he gets discharged or whatever, and then he's just trying to like help him out. He's like, I helped get you this job, like that sort of thing, right? How big? Though speaking of friggin' Vin Diesel, they've decided because the 10th Fast and Furious was supposed to be the last one, and they're like, no, it's going to be 11 now.
5 more.
No, it's like, they're like, we're ending after 11 now because it's going to be, because now 10 is going to be 2 parts. So
Lord.
it's like, I'm like, only like people split books into 2 movies all the time, but it's like, we're going to split this movie into 2 movies, even though we already finished that movie.
There's too much car action for one movie.
No, this is just what the quarantine did to you. They're like, this is, like when a director, like they make a movie and then they have some regrets. They're like, I wish we could have done this or whatever, right? And then George Lucas made his entire life about that.
Oh, so she was alive at some point before.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I like that
What
basically.
an appetite. That's a lady that can eat. That's my kind of chick.
I know. This is my food love too. I like the idea of you just put
Very
it's
Back
in.
to the Future too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Chicken good.
Not just chicken.
Look at that now.
That is a meal.
This is like her 4th full chicken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's been like in a hibernating state for hundreds of years, right?
She looks so cute and inquisitive, right? She does do a really good job.
She really, and that's exactly it too, because it's all about, like, it's got nothing to do with her looks. It's about like the look she's giving. Like she's got that kind of, it's a weird example to give, but it's Charlize Theron in what's it called? Devil's Advocate, when she's got like those weird like when she's going crazy. It's like those like those kind of eyes. So
Fire
Zorg,
people?
yeah, I like. Is gonna fire 1 million people. So I gave my wife literally this exact haircut during quarantine. Like it's, and
Plastic thing and everything.
Well, I did that just as a template so I knew where to like stop.
Right.
But she's been like taking care of it herself since then, and she's been slowly like cutting it back. So now it's essentially a mohawk. That's
right. Gary Oldman was in The Professional. He was the drug cop, the bad guy. What a fucking dick.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, there's a new one, girl.
I like that these
whatever nipple size you have, you can poke it through that hole.
It's like when you're looking for serving sizes for spaghetti. Except this time serving sizes for nipples.
Oh yeah.
This is why you hire like European models to do these things, because they don't give a shit about the nudity.
Oh yeah, they don't care.
Because that's all they've done their entire life since they were like 14 years old.
Exactly.
They just get naked in front of other people.
Oh, they got the case.
Excuse me.
Oh, there's Tricky.
Yeah, Tricky's next to him.
Tricky, yeah.
Yeah.
He's so weird. He's like from
I love the voice he's decided to give to this. A really interesting thing. Did I tell you about that that Adam Savage show called Savage Builds that he was making? It was kind of like a sequel to Mythbusters, except they weren't doing like myths. He was making builds based on stories. He built this gun.
Oh, no way.
And obviously not out of deadly things, but like he used
fires mustard and
it's like the one part fired like a paintball gun, then the one part fired arrows, then he had like the heat-seeking thing, but obviously he didn't have like heat-seeking bullets or whatever, so what he did is put like a gimbal in there so it was always aiming in the same spot after you fired the first bullet.
That's so killer.
So and
that's such a cool idea.
And what was cool was he presented it to Gary Oldman. At the end, he went on like line with Gary Oldman and he was showing him like, and they were talking, and he was just talking about his memory of the stuff, which is funny because it was like for a movie he didn't enjoy, he was still like, I'll come talk about that for a little while. What the fuck? Everybody,
I wonder why he doesn't. Does he not like his performance, or
he just? I'm sure that's a part of it. I'm sure
I think his performance is great.
I think so too.
Weird, nerdy guy, right?
and it has a lot of cult love. Like
this, you know, the bad guy doesn't have to be. I'm the bad guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's bad intentions, but he's kind of goofy. He's kind of
something I want you to notice. Though he's the main bad guy. Bruce Willis is the main bad guy. They never see each other in this movie. They never talk to each other. They never interact.
That's true.
In any way, shape, or form in this movie.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is very weird. But again, I think that speaks a lot to him doing this as a favor to his friend. He even said, he said it as a quote. He's like, this was me singing for my supper. He was like, Luke helped me like fund my movie. She's stoned. Get it?
No.
I'm so good at everything.
Full of what?
Tricky.
I dream trunk. Put your dreams in there.
I thought he was going to have more of an acting career after this. He really didn't. He was the only other thing he was in other than his own videos. He was in Ghost in the Shell, the one that came out recently that took all the whitewashing bullshit.
Oh, see that scene right there? She's like, oh, she's like, look at my fingers. Like she's talking and then she's like, ooh.
Yeah, check that out. You see fingers, but you never see them fing. Oh, there they go.
I'll finger it out. She's looking for the address. Bam, boom, bam.
Yeah. There,
right there,
bud.
Dot matrix.
They really simplified, like, while she's saying a lot, like, the language they made is very, very, oh, she did the finger thing again. It's a very simplified language, which is kind of nice. Yeah. So something you realize too, because you heard him say to fire 1 million people. We'll get more information on that in a few minutes.
Yeah, did he say the case? He probably just said the case. He never said anything about stones.
Well, I think he said that there was a crate with 4 stones in it that he needed, but they didn't even look inside. They found the case. And just went,
Fuck.
Acknot. Yeah, it is. I do like the characters. Like they have kind of like a family movie look to them, but at the same time have like a scary like thing to, I don't know. It's really weird because like they could easily fit into like a G-rated movie or an R-rated movie. They fight for honor. I like this line. Honor's killed millions of people, hasn't saved a single one.
Oh, he's not liking these guys.
No.
They're getting too rowdy.
Yeah.
I like how all his minions had like this purple hat on. Or like this disc like.
Yeah, exactly. I would wear that. If it has like ultraviolet properties, I'd wear that all the time. Because I know I don't want to get sunburned.
I'll bet you his cigarette has it's all full flavor.
Oh yeah.
Space menthol.
Oh no, it's cut down too. I think maybe it almost feels like they're
society's trying to stop
I was
them,
going to say it's like a government mandated, like everybody has to quit smoking.
This goes really great. I totally have to finish that story and throw it on here.
Yeah.
About the smoking.
Yeah.
Must be a way of I can't believe you died. What a rip. Oh fuck. He's coming back to rape her now. Can't get her out of his head. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what is with their like heads?
I don't know. He's just they've just got these weird domes on.
They're big dudes.
They are big.
Zorg Enterprises.
Yeah, he's like
he probably started making plastics and now he's like obsessed with it. Helmets
he's kind of Trump. If you think about it, he's got a giant building in New York with his name on it.
True,
he's good at he's good at firing people. Space Trump. I like that.
Look at that big old sword in the background.
Tricky has so much character to his face, like and stuff like that. I don't understand why people aren't.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's in a lot of British shows or something.
I looked him up. He literally isn't. Like IMDb covers British shit.
They cover it all.
They cover it exactly, and it's literally you look at his thing and it's like there's this, and then it's like Tricky : whatever the song is, Tricky : whatever the song is over and over again, right?
This is such a cool scene. This could have all been done right now, like in a minute. Wow, it's so great.
I like this.
Whoa.
I need this. Oh, this was the first Roomba.
Oh my god, these are like the guys that like Wall-E follows.
Exactly. I actually really like this, like not that I agree with it from like a philosophical standpoint, but I like the writing of the idea is like to create this chaos, starts, gets the world going.
Like starting again, like a blank slate. And
it's essentially what happens. Like it's why some of these wars happen, right? It's like, oh, boom, you go to war, and then all of a sudden, there's an extra 60,000 jobs going right now because we're making bullets, we're making things. Especially back in like World War II time, it was like everybody's to work. Every woman who didn't work before is working.
Encouraging life.
Yeah, that's how he feels.
He believes it, right? I like that. This is it right here.
Yeah.
This is the fucking music.
I know, eh? Oh, the choking. I love this.
Right here. If you just would have let him choke, it'd have been over.
Why does he have that? What was like the flotation device
what
in
the
case
fuck that is?
in case like they're
Where's the robot to pat you in the back?
and I do refuse to believe he doesn't have some kind of Heimlich robot. So this is a good scene for both of them, actually. What the fuck is that thing?
I know, right?
You know what this makes me think of? It makes me think of the Flintstones every single time. Like he's the garbage disposal. It's a living.
It's a living. You'd be dead by now.
Mm-hmm. Who chokes on a cherry? That's a long time to choke. Oh, I want a movie just about him.
That little monster thing there?
Mm-hmm. I do like he's got a little bit of honor here. Awesome.
Great deal. See, that's the thing when you're dealing with bad guys.
Yeah. You know, it'd be the best. He goes and he puts the cherry back in his mouth, and he's like, "Oh!" and he starts choking again. And then
They just pick him up.
he is a little dude, eh? Like, it's really hard. That's something I always think about when I'm watching movies. It's like, especially when I've seen a lot of times. So like, I'm kind of not fully in the plot and paying attention. I'm always like, how tall is this dude? How tall is?
I love when you have like the bad guy. This thing's sucking in all the satellites, or they're shooting satellites at
I
it?
think they're shooting in probes to.
So, the bad guy who will be like,
you're right.
You know, on a whim, I'll just shoot one of my minions.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you really want to work for this guy? Like,
yeah, I know.
shoot you any minute.
Well, because that's the problem is how do you quit now?
Yeah, you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
I just leave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go to the store, get some smokes, never come back.
The union, and the union for some reason keeps like allowing it. It's like, okay, well, we really got to deal with this shooting. You can't shoot your guys, and it's like, we can't get that in the contract. So.
It's like a cockroach, like a with a camera on it.
Plava Laguna.
Floston.
I did a deep dive. We'll talk about it when we get there, but I did a deep dive on the diva.
Yeah.
In this thing because
sweet.
Holy shit. And like I maybe spent of the 2 hours I spent like researching and stuff like that for this movie, I probably spent like an hour of it just just looking at that.
Oh, he's having a meal with this.
So
this car comes around to your house.
Yeah, I do like that. I like this guy whose name is escaping me right now. He was in Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. Yep. He was also in Lethal Weapon 4. He was Uncle Benny.
Uncle Benny.
Yeah. Yum Bimby means Yum Bimby.
Uncle Benny's the man.
He's good.
Wasn't he like Kwai Chang Cain's teacher in things? So this guy's like super good.
And then every now and again he would have a fight scene and he would fight even slower than Kwai Chang Cain.
Open it for him.
I love that. See, this
is so excited to read his mail, right?
That face that Bruce Willis made is his money right there. It's kind of like things are bad. I'm just gonna smirk about it. Like, what are you gonna do?
Just another day.
I like that shirt because you won't get a sweaty back.
It's kind of like Lilu's shirt, only it's like open at the back.
Yeah, I could see why chicks were into him.
Oh yeah, totally.
Even with like the me hairline. This
is one of the better acting roles from him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was kind of like trying to find a way to like put it because I'm like, nothing he ever really does requires a lot out of him. Like maybe a little yelling, but not a lot of like real emotion. It's always kind of like just. And I was like, that's why he was so well suited to The Sixth Sense. I was like, nobody could play somebody who was dead the whole time more than.
Is that his mom?
Yes. She's not credited in this movie at all. I couldn't find out who she was because I was trying to figure it out. Maybe it's Wolowitz's mom from The Big Bang Theory.
You're not gonna bring your own mom?
Of course you're not gonna. I do like that this is how you get your mail. That's
better take your mom. This part's so dumb.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, look at her Princess Leia earmuffs.
I know. That's essentially who Milla Jovovich played in Zoolander. Almost exactly.
Yeah, I like this chick. I feel like I've seen this chick in something else.
Also, that is exactly who Andy Dick played in Zoolander.
Andy Dick needs more work, yo.
You remember it's the scene he's like the female masseuse who's like, and he's got like his boner and he's trying to like whack it and it's like going like whoop, whoop, whoop.
Whack his boner.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, he
what the
retired.
hell?
I just assume, I think it's just because it's Bruce Willis. I assume he was.
Because something happened and he was forced to.
Yeah.
Because of an incident.
See, I was just thinking like everything is always him like fired off the job or suspended off the job. I just assumed he's like, oh, he's drunk.
Oh, you're all we've got. I've always wanted that phone call. Oh my God.
That's essentially like that's the Rambo call. That's Richard Crenna coming to Rambo in
You're
like
all we've
Mozambique
got,
or whatever
Todd.
shit they're in.
There's this really shitty podcast and they need a host. You're all we've got.
Uh-huh. I would love to go on a space cruise.
I'd like to just go anywhere,
We're
really.
getting-
now it's
I
fucked.
know.
Nobody's can't even go into outer space.
I know.
Is there Soviet in space?
Yeah. Well, there's no Soviet. There's COVID. Iceborg.
Right.
What a great name. It's so funny because it's just a film style. Like there's nothing else to it. It's just a filming style.
Corbin Dallas. That sounds like somebody else's name, like a wrestler's name or something.
Yes. Uh-oh. The hot chick came to find me.
Then you're fucking business.
Yeah. Of course. That's another part. That's another Bruce Willis thing. He's always divorced. Let's do a solo like prequel to this. Oh, let's get Corbin. Let's make it just as weird and stuff like that.
And
but
that
Corbin,
weird alien guy.
yeah,
He did look like an alien from something else, though. Like
Yes.
I can't place it.
yeah, I don't know. Well, that's
Picture-
a deep ass fridge if you could stick 3 people in it. Oh God, his face.
He
What does
literally
space say?
murders them right here.
Yeah. Well, apparently not. Apparently fridges aren't airtight in this one. Yeah.
Holy fuck! It's a Jedi. Yeah, where do you get the Jedi robe store?
He would be
Beep boop.
Dr. Loomis of the Jedi. Darth Vader's evil. Evil. No, he's fine.
Well, they're both wearing orange. They're made for each other. Like,
Yeah,
come
exactly. Only a French movie would have people in orange clothing. I
fuck.
actually believe that. That's not like me
What?
just
Say
trying.
again?
Only a French movie would have people in orange clothing.
on. Fucking A. I want to live in the French future.
I like that this is like a pre-Judge Dredd. Like this is what the judges used to wear before they streamlined the clothes.
Dredd. Judge Dredd.
Their one nipple is a headlight.
I like how the fridge go. Like, what about? See, because this goes down into the floor.
Yeah.
Then it's his shower, and then
Yes.
it comes up and it's his fridge.
Yeah.
So there must be extra space up and down. Maybe the person's apartment above them, theirs is on the other side or something.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
it
know.
one floor.
I don't know.
He's dead.
Unless there's a lot of actually, yeah, he gets like fucking shrink wrapped here. Unless I don't.
The bed seems dangerous as fuck. What if you accidentally, while you're sleeping, like,
Yeah. Why would you not get the military people out at this point? It's like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm here with like people from the military, and it's totally fine.
he asked me if he was a human. He said he's a meat popsicle.
Yes. This is again another very French dude. Smoke you. Why was that what they decided to say? Like, did they just decide like "fuck you" was not okay? Like, I feel like they maybe shot that at one point. He goes "fuck you" and gives him the finger instead of doing this.
Right. Well, maybe that's like an insult in the future.
Could
Smoke
be.
you.
I hate when they change.
Because smoking's been outlawed, so to call somebody a smoke is like the ultimate.
That could be it.
Just ultimate.
I'm gonna-
Oh, look at that little cutie.
It's just like it's the most pointless thing. I feel also like it's his hand up there and he's the puppeteer for it. So he's like doing this essentially.
Right. I think he is too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So
Look at this giant spotlight on them.
it took me a long time to actually wrap my brain around because like there's a bit where everybody thinks that they're Corbin Dallas, but the one guy didn't look like him. It's because they think that this is Corbin Dallas because they arrested Corbin Dallas so that they shapeshift to look like him, but it's not him. It's a whole thing. That
Look at his ear. Later. It's just like Buddy from Under the Bed there.
Yeah.
Remember when his horn breaks?
Yes.
Oh, Lilu.
Auto wash.
You're gonna have to get her naked.
Yeah. It's always getting her naked.
Oh,
He knew auto wash. He knew about auto wash. 100%. Oh, I totally didn't know about that. But...
Oh, you're all wet. We have to take your clothes off and dry you, especially vagina area.
There's definitely nothing. Why would he want to dry her vagina? We got to make sure you have a nice dry vagina for what I want to do next.
That's right.
Oh, you're the worst.
You want to know that you got her wet and it wasn't the shower.
I know.
Okay, so you dry it off and then you start giving her.
I don't know what kind of bars you're setting for your own life, but it's not worth it.
Oh, look, dead.
Yeah. Please don't knock over your water.
Live. Forgotten that there's water here.
It was going to... It's good. It's good. Like it's good light comedy though in this too. Like that's one thing I like. It's exactly what Luc Besson wanted. It's not so serious. You know,
right.
It's just like what a reaction. That's like if Taron Killam was doing an impression of Brad Pitt getting hit.
Oh, that was so wicked, eh? He's dead. They're dead.
It was a fridge. Why are they frozen to death? Nice.
He literally just murdered 3 cops.
Look at all the garbage. This looks like it's fucking like LaGuardia Airport.
In Total Recall.
No, just in real life.
Look at all the crap.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think somebody, but like Wally should be taking care of
the stewardesses? Ooh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? Disney buys the rights to this. They put it on Disney Plus, and then they like insert Wally cleaning up in the back, but like really like shitty. You just see it like grabs one thing and he just grabs like one thing and he kind of is like bumping around. And it's just, I would allow for that kind of an upgrade, like update to the movie.
Oh my God. You think these guys are going to help you like save the universe there, girl? Come on.
His sweaty upper lip too. Okay.
Why can't a woman talk to me like that? You know?
So, yeah, none of them ever say okay to you. I like that your bar for meeting a woman right now is consent.
That's it. Like, what the hell, right? Is that what they're always asking about?
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to just make out with some girl like fucking Bruce Willis, dirtbag.
Yeah. She looks like somebody.
Yes, she does.
Oh, man.
Do you think he's like, what's his name from Will and Grace? What's the gay guy's name?
Sean Hayes?
Sean Hayes.
Yeah, he's got like a young Sean Hayes.
He's like Sean Hayes, the Devo years. Look at that fucking sweet hat.
Nice. Good old David. Multipass.
Yeah, David, get the fuck out of there. You're in way over that. Yeah, get the fuck out of there. He's like, thank God.
Yeah. God. Again.
This guy does look like an alien hiding just under the surface.
Yes. Which is, it's just how French men look. I do. You know somebody's lying when they start giving you their backstory at like a fucking
yeah.
Like
just, if just gonna let you know, just gonna fill you in on little details.
Yeah. You know,
it's just yourself how to get this beautiful babe.
We're not terrorists. You just see we go to the thing. Oh, why did I even say that? I don't even know.
He's at the bar getting loaded.
Yeah.
He's just
what the hell?
He's loaded off a seltzer.
Yeah, exactly. He's hitting the hard stuff with soda water. Or club soda, if you prefer club soda.
I thought he was going to kill me.
I do like that's the proper level of cowardice. I enjoy that. What's Omar?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's sweating like me eating spaghetti.
That's
the worst.
Which?
I went to like Thanksgiving dinner at like my future ex-wife's place on the island. And it's so fucking hot in all their houses that like I'm eating turkey dinner and I'm like sweating profusely. And I'm just like, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like nothing embarrasses me.
Yeah.
I was once at Choo Choo Charlie's and had no idea I was completely pantsless. Not embarrassed at all.
Choo Choo Charlie's, for people who don't know, that's like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of offshoot, which is no longer exists.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you better hurry up. This guy's
He
got the
can't.
runs.
He can't hold on. It was like Todd before recording this movie.
Oh,
they.
Dallas.
I don't like to say this, but all of the flight attendants look alike here.
Yes, he does look exactly. Well, that's the whole point,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, and I don't say that because of color, because the white one looked exactly like the two black
did.
ones too. It's the makeup and shit.
Go to plan.
Oh, I didn't realize I
baby.
could see through that girl's skirt until they got a real close up of her asshole.
I missed it. Damn it! I always miss the asshole shots.
I know, and we always have a lot of them. Oh my god, this is like it's the Star Wars scene. They're like all in the amidst swimming amongst the garbage now.
Oh, you better get the fuck. Oh,
There we go. That's a danger area. Don't go in there.
he didn't read the door because he was too busy going under it.
Yeah,
That was a restricted dangerous area.
This
Oh my God,
is
there's like a bunch of Japanese schoolgirls down there.
it literally so. Yes. Hell yeah. So this
Yeah.
this was actually written with Prince in mind, and he was their first choice
Prince.
to do this. I couldn't imagine Prince doing this though, because I couldn't imagine him having this kind of energy as like an actor. I picture him like it would be a much different thing. He is excellent in this movie too. I'm not a huge Chris Tucker fan, but he is excellent in this movie. He's perfect for it. We'll talk about him briefly. He was in, prior to this, he was in Meteor Man, House Party 3, Friday. He was also in Jackie Brown, obviously all the Rush Hour movies. Silver Linings Playbook was a big one for him because he got nominations for
He
that.
annoyed the fuck out of me when I first saw this movie.
But it
So
was,
he's some sort of space celebrity.
he's like he's a radio host. It's like so like this is what podcasting is going to be like
Look
soon.
at this. We're gonna be the front runners of this.
Buzz, buzz. I love what a weird ass
What a
haircut
fucking
too.
hairstyle. Eh? It's perfect for a big cock to go right in there.
It's got a hole. It's got the hole in it. I think that he should have met his the love of his life, who has the same haircut, but it sticks out like that, so they
you
fit
can
together.
put it in, yeah.
Yeah.
You can insert it. It kind of makes him look like a snork, or like it's the Q*bert.
You can see Bruce Willis was like holding back laughter there when he was singing all night long.
Looks like he could be like the Riddler or something too, right? He could be like a Batman villain.
Yeah. It's all like every character in this movie, with the exception of Bruce Willis, is a lot. And that's
Everybody's
basically
like in
how
love
these
with
are.
this guy. He's like so gay.
Yeah. I would say he's bi.
Oh yeah, see, all the cigarettes are like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we nailed that down. I think that the world is trying to get people to stop smoking, and they're only allowing so many cigarettes a day and so much cigarette per. This is like the moment where he's like, I found somebody who's not a yes man.
Exactly.
I love that outfit. Holy shit, do I love that outfit.
Look at the way he walks.
I know, it's so good. I had this exact same conversation with somebody who guest hosted this show
Joe
one
says this
time
to
when
me
Todd wasn't
every
here.
time we're done.
No.
Well, he's way more hyper.
Yeah. No, I had a guest host who did, it was our Gremlins episode, the first Gremlins, and he just watched the entire movie and occasionally like acknowledged that I was talking. And that's all
He
right.
loves it, eh? Super green.
Yeah. Corbin Dallas.
So what, they were interviewing him because he had won the tickets.
Yeah, he won he won that contest, so and it was part of his like Ruby Rhod's radio show. So
Sorry, bud.
Where's she going? He's got a weird ass voice. It's perfect for like the music he does, but it's really
Oh fuck.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck, eh?
Yeah.
So they love these yellow circles, eh?
I know.
They all do look exactly the same. You
It's
think they'd be
fucking
offended if you
creepy.
like
No, I
bang
don't.
two of them at once?
Yeah. Or if you bang the
they're
wrong...
like clones of each other.
Yeah. This is like a legit Japanese thing, essentially.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese hotel. I saw this dude go to one of them. It's kind of like all these honeycombs and everything.
Yeah.
And he was so tall, because he's just regular
Yes.
white person tall. And his feet were sticking way out. Like, it was hilarious.
I do like
She
that
doesn't.
I like that the mattress has like rollers though, so you can roll yourself in and out of the room though. That's pretty cool.
This fucking movie thought of everything.
It really did. That's really cocky.
Whoa.
Don't you worry. I've actually said that a lot of times. I've like kind of, don't worry, girl. I'm the supreme being. So how long were they traveling?
Knock you out.
Yeah. So like, how long are they traveling for then? Is this like a 6-month trip that like they have to like? How do you get
this guy? Like, what is he?
Yeah. How do you get this kind of vacation time? Right. I'm gonna go on this cruise. I need roughly 2 years off. I like that she still calls him Mr. Rod.
Eh?
What the hell? Like they have so many like headphones plugged into them. Was that like? Did you see that one who like got bumped? Was like, what's going on?
These are the guys that work under the plane.
Like this, I think they legit like hired homeless people to be extras. Uh oh.
So does the pilot get knocked out as well? Mutagen. They better fucking be. Oh my god,
it
they
would
gotta
be
clean
possible.
up all the critters.
There's like parasites all over the thing.
They look cute as fuck. They look
I know.
like popples. Don't kill them.
Well, you gotta kill them. It's like all other
Oh yeah.
yeah. What
Look at them, they're bumble balls.
they are. That's probably exactly what they are too. They just wrapped them in a bunch of like silicone. Yeah. He's very pleasant to the girls.
He's clearly, obviously, he likes to give. He's eating her puss out right now. You're right, he is bi.
Yeah. I also do like just the general idea that the real Dallas took my place. I just like the general idea that he's like he's not like one of those jerk
With
dudes.
human.
It's so good. He's really, really good at this movie.
Pretty soon,
Yeah.
once all the people in the world hear our voices,
They already have.
we will be able to fellate anybody at any moment, and they will love it.
Yeah.
It won't be like Bruce Willis kissing Lilu.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be lining up.
It'll be us two
I'm gonna have to get
kissing woohoo.
I'm gonna have to get my divorce undergoing because I'm not gonna cheat.
You're a good man.
Yeah. That's what I do.
You're
I'm
a
gonna
good man. You're like, you know what? I know I'm going to be doing this. We're getting divorced.
Yeah.
Is
You
that
just
to make it better?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm also
Like,
gonna do
I'm
it,
intending to do these things. So,
Yeah. And I'm
for the
gonna-
sanctity of our marriage, we will get divorced.
and it's gonna be in an email.
Can't break up in a text.
Tell my kids I love them.
Yeah, with a question mark and
Yeah.
a picture of you, like,
Huh? It's a gif of me just going, what? What?
oh shit!
Oh, that's good news.
Screaming orgasm. Did she do that? Did her orgasm blow that up?
Yes. My wife wouldn't like me, talking out of school like this, but the only way she can orgasm is if there's a major explosion in an airport. Which
You're really, and it's weird too because you're on all the terrorist shit trying to find out when the next bomb's going off so you can, you can rock that shit.
Mhm.
Just tell me.
Yeah,
just give me a hint. Where's the next one?
I'm looking at it. It's like Interpol investigating strange package at like Paris airport. I'm like, quick, get to the bedroom.
Fucking there.
That's only because I want her to be.
So this thing is sort of like the nothing, I guess, right? It's just pure.
Yeah,
We haven't seen Tyler in a while.
we've seen him
It's
too
weird.
much.
It feels like it should be 1:44 in the night.
I know,
We're gonna
right?
finish doing this.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like when you go see a Wicked movie in the afternoon, and then you're like, "What the rest of my day is now sucks."
yeah. I'm
Like
sorry.
I'm just gonna go home now and probably cry
I'm sorry about that.
and wish that I had this nail thing. I could do my nails over and over.
You know what's funny though? She's only completed since the first time we've seen her. She's only completed one nail.
He's always got her running around.
That's fair enough. Uh-oh. What the hell is Shadow? They give you no backstory on what this thing is, too. It's just like, it is very much
And
like
you
a
can use
Galactus.
the phone.
Yeah.
And how does he know that? He probably could just sense the most evil guy, right? And
Yeah.
that's who he's.
No, he's got a Yellow Pages. Like, I mean, he's got access.
Look at, I like his face. I think he's doing a great job in this movie. I
He
don't know
really
why
is.
he's so disappointed with it.
I think it's probably just the way you go into a movie like this, where you're like, he's like, if I didn't take it that seriously going into it, then he's like, I can't. It
Like
can't.
he's kind of twitching. Oh,
Yeah.
look! He's getting the.
Oh yeah, it's the Papa Shango.
What is the deal with that?
I don't know. It's just a power that the ball has. You know, balls sometimes.
It's always like,
get
yeah,
goo.
there's goo. Is that your own brain, or is this like the Shango?
Yeah.
I think that if you are in contact with this thing, this is what happens, because you can't. It's like, you know, when they say if you hear the voice of God, it would destroy you utterly. Like you would cease to exist. So this thing is so powerful that even being into contact with it, you get.
It's just what is
your
it?
brain starts shitting.
Yeah.
It's like a brain fart.
But
it's a brain shart.
Ooh, well done. Title of this episode: Brain Shart. I'm gonna write that down.
That's pretty weak looking. Look at that. This is their running out of money
Yeah.
for this shot.
I still want to know how long it took.
Look at that. You're not even on the water. You're just floating near it.
I know.
Does that count as a cruise?
Yeah. Well, this is where you start and you end up going into space, and I don't want to get into heavy lifting capabilities of like rocket ships and stuff like that, but this thing couldn't do it.
You don't want to get into that, eh?
No, I don't
We
wanna-
don't have enough time to go there.
We literally don't.
So what about the fucking, I'm still wondering about the pilot. Everybody has to be knocked out.
Yeah. So
But
like,
the pilot, maybe they just take shifts?
why are Hawaiians here? Why is
Where
that
they
part of
ended
it?
up.
Yeah, no, they're at Floston Paradise. It's a whole nother planet.
It's very Hawaiian. Like
Yeah.
they're getting laid.
Maybe you're the first person ever to make that joke.
Maybe, absolutely. Deku Dude is in like every movie when you have Hawaiians.
I was gonna say that is the dad from Moana.
Yeah. I have such great memories of Moana.
Yeah.
I had like the best blowjob of my life during Moana. It was amazing.
Gonna put you on a list.
By an adult.
Yeah. I don't know that it makes
Said
it
she was
better.
an adult.
It's like that time when I bought Toy Story and Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the same day. I was like, no, there's something off about it. Nothing
Or
wrong.
like you're at
but
That's
something off.
Entertainment and I gotta go to That's Entertainment trying to find cheap horror movies.
Yeah. Cheap
They do
horror
that now?
movies?
Oh, did you hear? I could have talked about this in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's the nice sailor hat. See, I switched that around.
Mhm.
I wasn't wowing that woman's breasts. I was
Sorry.
wowing that guy's hat.
Okay.
It's like a real old sailor hat. Is she a hologram?
She's talking like one. Yeah. Who wants?
Oh, she's a model. Totally.
I don't want a front row seat to any theater thing.
The only place I want a front row seat for is when you go to see the insult comedian. They zero right in on me and make me cry.
I also want a front row for like anything where you're gonna get shit splashed on you, like Blue Man Group or Gallagher.
Oh, dude, when Rammstein came. Oh no. Anyways,
when Rammstein came, I was in the front row and it got all over me.
Okay, so I don't know what company, whether it's Amazon or whatever, but they're coming out with a 24-hour music video channel.
Finally, well, I have those on my thing
I
right
know,
now.
but I'm saying like a real like back in the day, and I'm like fucking A, because MTV's not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
They fucking sold out so fucking hard.
Yeah.
So fucking hard.
Well, all the teenage girls they got pregnant, they were like, we got to give them a show. And so this is Lee Evans. Lee Evans, well known for being in There's Something About Mary.
Mousetrap.
Yeah, Mousetrap. He is such a gigantic stand-up comedian. He sold out, like, you know, when you talk about like, oh, like Larry the Cable Guy sold out like Madison Square Garden. He sold out Wembley Stadium. Over 100,000 people went to watch him do comedy. Yeah, multiple times. He is like, he was at one point, at least, I don't know if it's still the case now, but he was the best-selling comedian of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw one of the bits. See, everybody's in awe of this lady.
Yeah.
I saw one of the bits he did at like the Just for Laughs. It was fucking awesome. He never said one word.
Yeah.
He kept walking up to the microphone, but he's like so nervous that he can't speak, and he's like falling over. It was so wicked.
Yeah, comedy. Yeah.
It was so good. Ooh, I got goosebumps just watching that.
I
crazy
actually
blue
did
lady.
too.
Yeah, I was like, "Woo, we're in the presence."
Maybe it's just a static electricity problem in the room.
It must be.
All right.
I just gave in to the whole, how special that creature is.
I know.
Like a boat talk, space boat talk. See? I don't even know how the fuck that would work if you were in a 3D. You know what I'm saying? If you go up, down, sideways, I don't know if the wheel would work like that, but whatever, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure there's probably somebody else who's dealing with altitude, and then this person's just steering. Also, something you can't really do in a ship in space is steer it. You have to have the little retro rockets and whatnot to point you in a direction, and then you have to do a controlled burn. I'm gonna get it. We're getting deep into rocket technology.
What? This is because we're rocket.
I just finished
fake rocket professionals.
I finished rewatching From the Earth to the Moon, and I'm in the middle of watching the right stuff on Disney Plus right now.
Oh, the new one or the old one?
The new one. It's really good, actually. It's like there's like 3 episodes available right now, and it's really good.
Oh, it's a show.
Yes, it's a limited series, as they would call it. That guy should be played by Will Ferrell. If it was
totally.
Like, what a weird quirk. By the way, this guy's deaf. King of laser.
He's supposed to be like Space Mozart.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. Look at that guy's weird hat.
Everybody's on this cruise. It's funny too, because usually when you talk about cruise acts, there are people who aren't there are people who've kind of fallen off, but apparently the diva is not. You can only find her on cruises. I'd love excuses to wear tuxedos, by the way. I don't need to get too.
He's so pissed off with
I know.
him, eh?
He looks like I don't remember the actor's name, but if the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But he just looks like a British version of the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He does definitely look like one of those guys with a mask on, though.
Yeah.
That's why they hired this guy.
For certain.
You know what I mean?
For certain, that's why they hired him. It's like, we need a dude with gigantic features. Like his ears are too big.
Here we go.
All right,
okay,
so
let
us
it to
talk.
me, bro. Give it to me.
So first thing I want to point out is the diva is played by Mai Wen, who was Luc Besson's fiance at the time. So while they were shooting this movie together, Luc Besson was being stolen away from her by Milla Jovovich.
Oh yeah, I'm sure stolen away. He had nothing to do with it.
No, but you know what I mean. It's like. She stole
Water Planet or something?
I know, she walks really weird here. Yeah, she also looks like a sour gusher, but that's neither here nor there. And her blood does too. That's all I could think about when we watched this the first time. The person who actually is singing the song is Inva Mula, who's an actual opera singer. But this is a real song. I don't remember the name of it, but this is actually from a real opera. But when she gets into what's called the diva dance, that's like the fast part that comes after.
Kicks into like a real jam.
Yeah. Eric Serra, who did who wrote the music for this and composed it and all. He wrote a song. He's like, this is an alien performing it. It needs to be physically impossible for a human to sing it.
Right.
So he composed it in a way where he's like the vocals can't, humans can't move their vocals this quickly to go from this low to this higher, this high note to this high note and stuff. So they got Inva Mula, they got her to record individual notes, and then he played it like a keyboard to be able to put it together. And that was how that they shot this. But what's weird is I watched a video last night. This is getting into the whole rabbit hole of it. There's an Asian opera singer named Jane Zhang, who actually did it and did it almost perfectly in a way that this guy said was impossible.
No way.
He's like, a human voice can't do this, and she did it. The only thing she can't do, there's one moment in this where she's going and it sounds kind of like auto-tuned.
Right.
And it's that's the only thing. She did the singing part, but it just didn't sound like
I would love to go see an opera. I don't know if the kids these days, what they think about operas or whatever, but man, I would love to see one.
I want to see.
I would probably bawl my face off the entire time because there's just the fury of the voice, just how beautiful it is, you know?
I want to go see the opera that was in Quantum of Solace with that giant eyeball.
I don't remember it.
Oh, and it's the one where it's actually one of, as much as I didn't really care for that movie, it's one of my favorite Bond scenes where he's got like the little headphone thing. And he's talking to all the members of Quantum who are like in the audience because they're like, and he's like basically like, I've exposed you. And as they're all getting up and walking away, he's taking their picture. I love that. They should have made this opera more
I didn't like Quantum of Solace.
I didn't like the movie, but like there's parts of the movie I liked, but there's, but yeah, it's
Bruce
not.
Willis.
Yeah,
I loved you in Die Hard 2.
Yeah, like it wasn't as good. Like I liked Skyfall more. I liked Casino Royale way more.
I thought Spectre was badass too.
Spectre is badass, but like it's I don't know for
He
whatever
had a good
reason
one.
those
He
are the
had
most
good
memorables.
runs. He had a good run.
Yeah,
Like for his Bond, I liked all
Yeah.
of them except for Quantum of Solace, and that's
Yeah.
that's good.
yeah. I didn't care for the bad guy in this. So now we're into the diva dance.
Oh, here we go.
The actress though, Mai Wen, there is doing weird stuff. The reason they're wearing those goggles
Well, they're
is
not gonna
so
shoot her.
Yeah.
They get all these guns.
yeah. The reason they're wearing these goggles is because because these guys are like stunt performers, so their eyes are out. So, and they didn't want you to see human eyes, so they just
Right.
covered them with these goggles. So this is like, that is a real girl singing like even those super high
Like
notes and
break
stuff like that.
glass.
I know, that's what I really like. I like the good like diva like that. Don't give me a bunch of
Mariah
fucking
can go way up there.
yeah, but don't give me like a tenor. Like, man, give me
I
a
guess
soprano woman.
Somebody, which I didn't know, was that somebody. I like the Castrato men.
See,
They're doing some moves.
there's like that, like they were like, it's in that tone you couldn't possibly do.
Bjork can do it.
Bjork can't sing that high.
They said that Mariah can do multiple octaves, like way up there.
Yeah.
But also, I guess Chris Cornell was like 5 octaves.
He had a great range of his voice.
I didn't know he was. I knew he could wail, but I didn't know he was like up in the operatic range of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, it's all perspective. Like he's got an octave range. I mean, his voice isn't conducive to opera per se, because that's a gut.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
from the diaphragm.
Yeah.
Remember when they like music class would like sing from that? I'm like, what the fuck? How?
Like his voice.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Like the fact that he didn't have to cancel more concerts because he sings from the throat, which you're not supposed to do, but it sounds great.
I do too, actually. When I
Like,
sing, I also sing from the throat.
You got to sing from your butthole.
This guy's ears bother me. Rip it off.
Yeah, I know, eh? Yeah, exactly. It's like a fucking hangnail or something. Just get rid of it.
There's too many innocent, cool aliens that get murdered.
Uh-oh.
See, he's just like the Nazis in Indiana Jones, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Why is he here himself for any
Sometimes
of
you
this?
gotta do it yourself, buddy. You
Because
can't
he's
trust
like,
these fucking goons.
because he would be essentially a trillionaire, right? And that's something
He
they
must
don't.
have taken his own shit because he
know.
wasn't there before.
Yeah, that's another thing that I also find problematic is they don't play up enough of like why he's indebted to this other being or whatever, right? Like you get one interaction with him,
that's how he made his fortune.
Yeah,
by making a deal with this thing way back.
And like I would like something that would tell me like a little bit of that information, right?
He's like Silver Surfer to Galactus's Galactus.
Thank you.
He's
the Herald.
Yeah.
But see, I didn't know enough about Silver Surfer in that too. When I watched like Fantastic Four: Rise of Silver Surfer, that's when I realized, oh, that's what his job is. That's a shitty job.
About the storm, I'm sure they turned him into a storm.
Yeah.
What do these people fucking think? Like,
well, you know what they think? They're thinking on paper, a giant, way bigger than Earth guy would look ridiculous. And then they're like, let's do something that's like an entity instead, because like that would seem like to fit more into a real no, but like just again thinking about it on paper, they were like, that would like fit into a more realistic world than a guy who's like, I could pick up the earth and go chomp chomp chomp.
Oh no.
See, like I like that she's even dramatic about her death. She could have just fallen down.
She's probably been alive for hundreds of years.
Corbin's on the case. You know who's getting kissed in a second, right?
Her vag.
Yeah. She
does blue gusher blood.
Yeah, see?
Taste it.
Well, I 100%.
Taste the rainbow.
I 100% would taste it.
And then just
That's the secret.
yeah.
She gets... And now she sings like... She's like... Happy day, because she's losing all her blood.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna explode it. Ticking. It had like just an old clock sound effect to it. I like
this
that.
coming up soon it used to be the biggest indoor explosion in any movie.
I remember that now that you mention it. Yes.
I always remember the explosion stuff.
You always remember explosions. So we'll talk for a minute about, so like I said, the budget after going over budget was $93 million. The movie did not do well in the States. It did huge worldwide, though.
Well, yeah, because it's like a European movie. They don't like anything that's fucking...
So this thing only made $63 million in the States, but it made $200 million worldwide.
Fucking A.
So 263 total. It opened number one against Father's Day had just come out. The
God.
was it
Robin
Williams and Billy Crystal? Also out that week was a Breakdown, Austin Powers, Volcano, Liar Liar, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion, Anaconda. Amongst like they had been out. They weren't new, but they had been out. Week 2 it stayed number 1 because like nothing major came out, nothing new came out. Went down to number 2 in week 3.
You want something done, you gotta do it yourself.
Right. It went down to number 2 in week 3 when Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic World came out. Or Lost World Jurassic Park, sorry. And then it went down to number 5 when Gone Fishing and Trial and Error came out.
Gone Fishing, of course. That's a momentum destroyer, that one.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna take it over that.
Yeah, and then it went down to number 8 when Con Air and Buddy came out, and then it kind of slipped out after that.
Uh-oh.
But that's a long time in the top 10 for a movie that only made $63 million.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if that says something about the podcast. The Stones Are in Me. It would be amazing. He starts like reaching up her dress and he's like, that's not where you get them. Like there's a giant hole in her belly right now. I like that it's still the radio show is still going. I want to do this. We should go on a cruise and just only podcast the entire time we're there.
Fucking
keep the recorder on us and just keep walking around and podcast. There you go. This is a good scene. I enjoy this. Oh, she means it very literally.
Thank God she got blasted, so you don't have to cut the hole.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Well, she was gonna die anyways, I guess, to get the stones, right?
She might have been able to poop them. I don't know.
Or maybe just... Whoa.
Yeah. Greenstone.
How many of those are in there?
4.
Dear God.
There's 4 in there. She's probably got multiple stomachs like that.
Holy fuck, bro. Yeah, maybe she could just, like, take them out somehow.
Yeah, it might be a surgical thing. It might be...
Maybe she can use her mental powers to, like, turn them, like, a vision. When he's, like, he's kind of invisible, and then she can pull them out, and then they become solid again. While
we're going very conceptual with this, I'm really, really kind of on board with just the general idea of her poo. Like, I would like to see Lilu go in, and she's in the bathroom, but it's like just cracked open, so she can
birth the stones.
Yeah. So she's just peeking out. She's like, I'm just gonna be a minute. Oh my God, why did I do this? Why didn't we just leave them in the case that they come in?
Right. Here it is. Here we go. I actually think that the new James Bond movie has the newest, biggest indoor explosion.
Nice.
That rocked the whole set, and the next one too. I don't know what they were filming. In the middle of filming Y&R, boom, the whole fucking. Yeah.
I'm still bummed. Like, I think that like Tom Hardy has a chance of doing a good job with Bond.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does. I think like he's
not Bond enough.
But neither was Daniel Craig.
Craig
until he was.
Well,
right?
He still has the look good in a suit kind of thing. But he just looks too rough.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. Like he looks too rough because
that he's
he's too rough because they make him too rough in movies. Like he wasn't too rough in Inception. Like he wore suits.
Wait a second. I gotta see what he looks like in the suit in Inception.
Yeah. But like, so I mean, they
should have went with Idris Elba. They really dropped the fucking ball. Everybody, every fucking person I talk to about who should be the new Bond, they all say fuck Tom Hardy. It should have been Idris Elba.
I totally agree that it should have been. If for no other reason, don't do more of the same. Like Bond is like 30 movies in. Like fucking
probably
do something
more than that. Holy fuck!
Like do something.
He has no idea something's even happening because he can't hear.
Yeah. I like this too because he's very proud. I did it. I feel like that should have been somebody. That should have been like
Thanks, Ray.
yeah. You have two arms right there. He can see them.
You're right.
Let's see. I love the outfits he gets. Oh my god. It looks like he's about to do the Die Hard, like grab the gun, taped off his back thing, right?
Taped to the back of him.
Fhloston Paradise. I want to go to Fhloston Paradise.
Well, it sounds awesome.
I want to go. I've always wanted
You
to
gotta
go.
let him clean up.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go on a cruise, like really, really badly, but I can never like. These things keep happening that make me very much not want to be on a cruise. It was like that one thing where the guy,
Whatever, eh?
Yeah.
Like slapping him in the head.
yeah, it was like the one where like everybody had to like shit in bags because like the whole like plumbing system like fucked up, or the guy who tipped over his ship, or then the COVID cruise.
The COVID cruise.
Well, like they were sitting there and
They're
like
like still stuck on that
Yeah.
ship.
Well, Trump wouldn't let them get off because they would count as his numbers. He literally was like, no, we're not, like, they have to stay on the ship because they're going to count as COVID cases in the U.S. if they get off in the U.S. I'm like, what a dickhead. I know it's a hot take on Trump, but Jesus. That was risky. You could have very easily, like, blew off his leg doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that that kind of sticky bomb. He's also not doing a great job counting to 10. Because he hasn't even begun. See? And now he's counting too fast. 5. It's so good. So this was the biggest indoor explosion?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that is quite big. Yeah.
Boom.
Like, what is that like on your poor voice, right? Like, I know he's got a higher pitched voice anyways,
It's so
but holy
wicked.
shit.
You know what? I think this movie's a lot better watching it now.
Yeah.
Like when I first watched it, I didn't like him. I didn't like the comedy in it, but I get it. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. I dig it.
We were exposing ourselves to, like, we were young and exposing ourselves to something that was like very different than what we were used to too, though, right? It's like, this isn't like any sci-fi movie we've seen. This isn't like any action movie we've seen. And, you know, our brains can only take so much.
Oh, here's Buddy.
It would have been the best just being twitchy. He was blowing them all away. He's just like, I'm trying
Just
to fiddle.
twitching.
He's just fiddling with it and nervous, and he's just like getting them all. Oh, I like this. Boom. See, that's good military shit. Boom.
Bam, boom.
He got a lot of the ones on the left that
He
time.
certainly did.
Good job. And only one on the right. So that means you can tell. It's how you can tell he's left-handed.
Look at the rows of teeth, eh?
Uh-huh.
So that's exactly they do move. Their mouths do. You're talking to Buddy that had the spider legs in Star Wars, right? The green guy.
Well, he didn't have spider legs. He was like
riding on a thing.
he was riding on a thing.
Oh,
or whatever.
whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had to
But yes.
separate that because all your Star Wars groupies be fucking. Well, they weren't his
Christ.
legs. It was just his ride, man.
Well-
You can't fucking say that.
Well, you can't say somebody had those legs when he didn't have those legs. That's not even a Star Wars like completionist
That's
kind of
just-
thing. That's just fucking logic.
Yeah, it's just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's alive. Good.
Yeah. It's like when you say he's the guy with those guns. What guns? Tell me. There were a lot of people with guns. So I wrote that.
Hey, where's Lilu? She was crying up in the.
She's doing fine.
She was crying up in the vents there.
Yeah, she's probably doing like.
Hey, did we
like
miss
a
that
spa.
scene? I guess when they were driving, and she was awake, and she was like watching all the wars and all the hate.
We've not missed that yet.
I thought that when she was in the capsule.
She's still searching
With-
everything, but I think we're not. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh man,
Oh.
move the piano.
Yeah. I didn't think pianos would be that easy to move. That's why you hire
I
piano
gave her.
movers.
Oh no, Lilu.
I picture that being very dangerous. Like, well, her nipple goes right through that hole. I'm not happy.
I told you, you got to pick your nipple hole.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we did miss it. We talked through movies too much.
I think that it was when when she was awake and he was passed out in the trip up there.
Yeah. Right? It's really good, like old school slapstick comedy with those guys. Like both of them did the look. Like I could picture like Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis doing
What
exactly
a neat
those.
scene though. You got Chris Tucker and Ian Holm.
Yeah. Well, they were in The Hobbit together. Something
Chris
you didn't
Tucker
notice.
played Voldemort.
No, it's he played Voldemort in The Hobbit.
That's right.
No, it's the one thing you missed is because Elijah Wood didn't want to be Frodo again, so he's Frodo.
Nice.
What's this ring?
Fucking Chris Tucker, eh?
Gandalf, you're late.
So they wanted Prince.
They wanted Prince, and they wrote it with the idea of like somebody like Prince or Michael Jackson in mind.
Yeah. It's a pretty sweet gun. Yo, when Buddy built it on that show, did it work?
Well, like I said, like it wasn't like a gun per se. He used like paintballs and he used like these dart things, but it did most of what it's supposed to do. It's just differently. Like again, the heat seeking kind of thing. He put it on a gimbal, so it just always pointed the same way instead of you could fire over here and it went that way and came over.
Oh, he just missed them.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. So where do these capsules? They're huge. They're escape bins.
Well, this isn't escape out castle. This is
a ship that
this
they're
is
stealing.
Well, and this is Zorg's ship. This is the one he was getting off of.
Okay, so you're on this water cruise planet, and the escape pod has just gone off. Where's the escape pod going?
Great question.
Type in your own thing. They probably have a default place where it would go. They would all go to some.
My guess would be it would go into orbit, and then another ship would come and scoop them up out of orbit.
Right.
That would be my guess. Again, that's if the heavy lifting capabilities of the ship can get you to where you know. Come on, like let's really think about this guy.
It's all
like
about
none of
money.
you. I feel like none of you are taking this as seriously as I am. Whew. I don't know why he had to insert that card so gently. And I don't know why he...
was like, fuck, oh my God, it's just like a regular old lock.
I just said that was 100% afraid. Well, I didn't just say, I was just thinking that was 100% just a padlock with a light on the end of it. That little twitch was great.
Oh, see? For the honor.
Yeah.
That's it for Buddy.
It's just still so weird to me. Like when I read that bit that him and Corbin never like come across each other, I was like, because he also worked for Zorg. That's another part too. When you see his "you got fired" thing, because you know what?
Zorg Corporation.
Yeah, it's from
whatever,
Zorg Corporation, and it came the scene right after he said "fire 1,000,000 people."
It's so weird that they don't fight or anything too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the hero doesn't fight the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he interacts, and he only interacts with Milla Jovovich once. Very
He's
quickly.
been friggin'...
This is how I feel after every episode we do, by the way.
Except for Mario Brothers.
Except for Mario Brothers.
And all that TIK TOK and Friday too.
Yeah. I didn't even like dislike it so much as I just wasn't proud of us.
Yeah.
We're too old for that shit.
No, we're not. You're never too old to be a dirty, creepy old man.
I know. Well, that's
We
what I
always
was getting
are.
at.
It doesn't matter how, from the time we reach puberty till the day we die, we will love boobs.
Yeah.
All men.
Yeah.
All men stand up and yell.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
We love boobs! Little ones, flappy ones, saggy ones, big nips, small nips, nips on hips, titty whips.
By the way, Todd is introducing a new book through the Seuss After Dark publishing company.
It's Male WAP.
Yeah, Male WAP. Wet ass penis?
Wet, yeah, because I peed the bed again.
No, yours is white ass penis.
White ass penis, dude. That's amazing. Fucking A. That is like the most unclassiest song I have ever fucking heard in my life.
Disagree. Fat Bottom Girls is still less classy.
No way.
From Queen.
They make the rock and roll go round.
I know, so do wet ass pussies.
And they make a fat boy out of him.
What's on his back? It's like, I feel like they didn't look futuristic enough in some points, so they just started gluing shit to them.
Yeah, because like you didn't kill that thing yet.
Yeah.
Like, what are they celebrating?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's because it was... Uh-oh. Go-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Why are you mad at this guy? He didn't do it. He told you right away. It's not like he spaced on it.
Earth. Right. New York City, baby.
Yeah.
You need the Avengers.
Uh-oh.
And all of his Jedi powers he can muster.
Wouldn't that be amazing if all of a sudden the Avengers were just in this movie too?
And the Avengers were Jedis.
Yes. Avenge Jedi?
Yeah.
This is what happens because Disney Plus. Well, like, why did they, like, why is that their communication system? We need a little red stick sticking out of this plug. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Mr. President.
We asked him to come right to the chase, and he
Yeah.
did.
He's very rude to the president, though. Ooh. And this real time from there's only 2 hours left in this movie.
Oh my
guys.
God. And this is when it kicks in. It's like in Bill and Ted where they're like, you have 77 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, too.
I love when here's the scene we were talking about.
Here it is.
Why did she look up W specifically?
That's where she was.
Oh. Okay.
She never made it to... Oh, no, girl. Oh, no, you done did
She was going to
girl.
look up warthogs, but it auto-corrected right away.
Wart remedy.
Yeah. It should show Star Wars first, right?
I'm sure that she wouldn't have seen anything like this. Maybe B for battle.
Yeah.
Like D for destruction. A for A-bomb.
A for Adolf Hitler. H for Adolf Hitler.
Like, I'm sure she would have. R for racism. You know what I mean? I'm sure she's already there.
R for Adolf Hitler.
She wasn't paying attention until the W's.
Yeah. She's looking up very specific things.
Now she's like, why should I save these people?
Yep.
If this is what they do.
Uh-huh.
This is what I look like when I take a crap. My lips quivering. There's tears coming down. I'm like, why?
You had
why
the same
even flush?
You had the same upper lip sweat that everybody in this movie has.
This movie does have a large amount of upper lip sweating.
The one thing they don't have in the future is air conditioning. Everybody is sweaty as a dick.
Meet a private detective. They're sweaty.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot to figure out, right? Well, don't be that mad at him.
Jesus Christ, like when the fuck is he? Yeah, exactly, right?
You should have to come once a year and like kind of like do like a dry run.
Oh, they don't know. They're gonna figure it out real soon.
All right.
Gaia, mother of the universe.
He's got like those like arm warmer things that like wide receivers wear. Except it's made out of bandages. Like gauze. Nice. It's just a puzzle, dickheads.
Me?
I like
can't
that
put one of them in.
I really like that they brought Ruby Rhod along for them. They're like, we need you here on this adventure.
There should be a sequel, The Sixth Element.
He talked about doing a sequel for a while, but I think the fact that he blew his load on like putting all his story into this, that he just didn't want to develop something new.
Else.
I'm sure he could have.
We made crazy cash. Uh-oh, here he comes. Yeah. Here he comes.
It's very funny though, the movie that makes, so like I said, it was a very profitable movie overall, but because it didn't do well in the States, like that kills movies. Even if it's not a Hollywood movie, it's just like, well, if we're not gonna like capture their imagination, why bother?
Yeah, we were fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
If they made all that money and it's still the American market that determines whether, like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Go fucking watch your Masked Singer some more, for fuck's sakes.
Hey, Mickey Rourke was on the Masked Singer.
I know, and he was like, fuck this.
And that was
like, what am I even doing here? Forget this shit.
And that was literally, and I'm like, I guarantee you he was friends with somebody who was involved. He's like, I'm doing it. He's like, I am not doing a second episode. He's like, I'm going to take my mask off. Cause like, even like the drama of like, he's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, it was just, don't do it. Somebody help. Like, it was so friggin' fake.
Somebody help.
I was like, he basically said, I'm coming here. I'm doing one and I'm fucking gone.
One
I don't
and done.
even know why they bothered making a costume for him. They should have just said like,
Guess
like,
this
he was like,
guy.
it's the Bumblebee, the popcorn, and the Mickey Rourke.
And they still don't get it.
Or no, they put him in
Because
as
nobody even knows who Mickey Rourke is. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
They
Is
just
this a
put him.
costume?
They put him in as the wrestler.
His face does look like it could be a mask now.
Yes. Oh my god.
Like, holy crap. I'm going for as Mickey Rourke for
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah. You're going to Comic-Con as Mickey Rourke.
Oh, yeah, he's lip sweating hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that was part of the casting. Is like we have to make sure that like these people can really sweat from the lips.
He blew in it because it's the wind one.
Yes. I like
Come
that.
on.
I like how well lit this place is because they're holding two like
Oh.
they're holding two lights. I figured this out. You've been studying this for your entire life, and I figured this
Yeah,
out.
I know, right? The cab driver.
That is not
Neo.
great. Yeah. That looks like
the
it
stones
came
are
out
the
of
Infinity
yeah.
Stones.
This looks like it came out of Labyrinth. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
The band comes out. That's
That
who
would've been-
stops the ultimate evil.
That would have been amazing. And then, well, that was only three of them. The fourth element, Cool in the Gang. You're
Is that
shining
water?
so.
Oh, it's a sweat.
Yeah. Water's water. I like too because they actually foreshadowed this earlier because he had a pack of matches that only had one left.
One match left.
Now my question is because Lilu's like out cold, would it have not worked had she not woken up and like stood up?
You know what? The pack of matches should have been the one he got from Quebec. From Buddy and that would have been awesome.
From part 3.
Yeah.
Did that come out before this? I think so, right?
I think so, yes.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Yes, that's how that would work.
I can only remember I was like, I saw this movie in high school, and then it could be anywhere between 95 and 2000. I don't fucking know.
She's all disillusioned.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why?
Yeah, we all
Now
die.
she wants him to kiss her.
Yeah.
Now he's like, no, last time you fucking almost killed me. I'm not kissing you now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not risking
When
it.
you punch me in the balls again?
Yeah. And frankly, even Plava Laguna didn't like when I kissed her when she was dead.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
What would have been really funny? I just tripped. My tongue just got tied in a knot. It would have been. We don't have time for a moral of this story. Go, go, go! Like,
Just end it. Go, go, go.
we could talk. We could talk about this later.
Oh. No one believes in love anymore, Lilu. It's a good thing you end her off right here, bud.
Man, Tinder's really beat the shit out of you, hasn't it?
It's killing me. Tinder's beating the shit out of everybody, Joe.
I can't
okay?
imagine. The idea of the physical swiping left and right, like you are rejected, you are
right.
accepted, is instantly the worst thing for me. Like I met my wife.
So fucked up.
I met my wife online. That is true, but like you get to go through and you get to read about them, and you get
What
like
site was it? ChristianMingle.com?
No, it
That's
was
what everybody says. Wherever you met, you see, we met in ChristianMingle.com.
farmers only, or blackpeoplemeet.com.
No, it's be like black farmers.
Yeah.
Like super specific.
Yes, there
Are you
are
a black
weird
farmer
ones.
looking for love?
Yeah. What's that one? There's like silver something, and it's for people over 50 or
Silver
whatever.
Fox.
Whatever it is.
Silver
right?
Line.
But we met online. But you read about them, and you're like, wow, this person sounds like an interesting person, and then you fire them a message, and you're like, hey,
Are you
I'm just-
worried about getting a woman pregnant? Well, don't worry. This woman's 70. Boom. You're like, I'm in.
yeah.
Wow.
And as Todd tells you, he likes them dry.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
That was really like cutting it close.
Woo. Hold on, baby.
Man, that's the thing. Every time she sings, that happens too. So it's like that's why they're trying not to get her into music.
Oh, and there they go back in the thing.
Well-
Does he come back every now and then or what? You can never
Yeah.
get rid of pure evil. Maybe
But here's
it just
the
takes
other
him
thing.
a while to remanifest
What if it came
himself.
from the other side of Earth?
The moon? Looks like the moon now. We got two
Yeah.
moons.
There we go.
Now the moon's got somebody to hang out with.
Mhm.
Poor sun.
They were actually they were clocking this tiny meteor that was on track that it was going to be caught in our orbit and become like a mini moon. And then as it started getting closer, they started realizing what it was. It was a piece of a rocket that they set up in the 60s.
No way.
So it's actually now, I don't know how it's all of a sudden heading back this way, but it's... That seems like a scene that should have gone right to the credits, like, bzz, and then just be, or that could be the after the credits for this thing. He's like, what else you doing here? Bzz, bzz.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a good idea.
Here's that pervert again. Nice. I think that we should have gigantic men, like formidable men, be the president for a little while.
I agree. What do you mean Trump's not formidable enough where he's unkillable? Yeah. Soviet can't stop him. Bullets can't stop him. Nothing.
Yeah.
Logic can't stop him.
We still can't find anybody else in his friggin' administration. Like after he got COVID, like Bill Barr disappeared, Chris Christie disappeared. It's like, I feel like they're covering up their deaths. I legitimately feel that. They talk about them from time to time. They're like, oh, I'm going to get Bill Barr to do this. Where is he? He hasn't been on anything. He hasn't appeared anywhere.
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah. I love this. Look at, that's their cell phone too. It looks like a dog bone or a dildo. Again, it's that little red stick at the end. The same thing that was on the communication thing he had before.
I just surround myself to the bed.
See, that was all the things that happened in the scene where they were like he's like, I might as well like lock myself away. Blah, blah,
the
blah.
President's an idiot. You don't sound like an idiot.
I feel like this isn't something they would allow. Like these people are like being like medically healed in these things. They're like, why don't you two just share one so you can fuck?
Oh yeah, what a film, eh?
I want to know what their age difference is too.
Movie. Oh no, nobody cares.
See, Luke Perry, 6th highest.
He deserved it.
No, but like, come on. Tiny Lister and Brian James were both in it a lot longer.
Way more. Like, it's Brian.
Tricky was higher. Brian.
It's Brian James.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. There's my win. Who else is around? I'm trying to find some names of other people that would be interesting, but there's not. There's Bill Reinbold. That sounds like Judge Reinhold. But other than that, I got nothing. I got nothing for you. This is a weird ass song too to end this with.
It's probably what's her name's other hit that Gusher Broad.
Yeah. Ooh, I wish I played Tawdry Girl in this movie.
He said, what he said, yeah.
Hefty Man was played by Michael Culkin. I'd like to think there is a relation.
Secretary. Who played that little monster? Come on. Was it Warwick Davis?
That would be amazing if it comes up. Well, there should be like a performer or something. Ms. Jovovich, stunt double, also has a fucked up weird name.
Being a stand-in would be like the best. What a fucking sweet job.
Yeah, I know.
Just stand there. I mean, can I just sit here?
Yeah.
This standing is really getting me.
So what are
You're
your
called a fucking stand-in, not a sit-in.
What are your qualifications? I'm roughly the same shape as a famous person.
Yeah. And the light can't tell me and Bruce Willis apart.
See, this is when you'd want to be a stand-in though for somebody famous, like who's like a difficult person, because that was actually a very that was the thing about the Island of Dr. Moreau. The reason that Marlon Brando insisted on the white paint and stuff on his face is because he didn't always have, even if he was on camera, he didn't have to show up. The stand-in could be there.
That's hilarious.
He's just like, if he didn't have lines, he'd be like, I'm not going. He's like the stand-in. Just put the white makeup on the stand-up and on the stand-in and put some shades on him. You won't know the difference.
I'm sure you know the difference.
You have to go see that documentary. I think it's still on Shudder. I can't remember.
I don't have Shudder.
I know. We'll get the fucking like free thing or whatever. But it's the documentary all about the making of the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh my God, I would love to see that.
It's so good, but it starts with the really weird director and stuff. He gets fired off it after like a few days because he's like already fucked up and over budget, and he like continues to live on the island where they're shooting it. Like he like is like rooming up with like one of the like crew members and stuff because he wants, and he spies on the thing. And at one point he sneaks onto set and dresses as one of like the animal things. So he's in the movie because he dressed up like it's the most fucked up story.
So he's in the movie.
And it was dude from Northern Exposure was the original guy before David Thewlis was in it, and he literally, he's like seeing everything that's going on, and he like literally goes and gets on a boat, and he calls his agent like ship to shore, and he's like, you got to get me the fuck off this movie. Like, and that's saying something. A guy who is like a TV dude getting a chance to star in a movie. He's like, nope, forget it. Ooh, special thanks to Ted Hall. Ted, thanks.
Oh, Lionel Richie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lionel Richie. Who wrote this song too? A little light of love and freedom.
Probably,
it's just that over and over again.
Probably. There's a lot of. I always just think Enya.
It is always Enya.
Pinewood Studios. They get a lot of people, a lot of movies made there, man.
Pinewood, man. Yeah. Well, if you're going to make a movie, like Pinewood Studios is like the center of what would be like British Hollywood.
I wonder how that Toronto one's doing now. They made that big, huge.
I tell you how it's doing right now. Not well, because there's nobody's making fucking movies.
I would guess not. But before it wasn't. It was probably rocking.
Yeah. Yeah, movies are.
Let's see if we got an extra credit of. That
would be the best.
Chris Tucker telling us to buzz.
There really, really should be.
Oh.
I'm just seeing a message from somebody saying that we really need to get laid from Niners 510. I don't disagree.
He's married.
I get laid occasionally.
Who is this?
This was Niners 510. This was a while ago. I think we missed it.
Oh, bummer. I do need to get laid. Can you recommend someone? Man. You? I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah. Just put a warm body in front of him. I'm doing fine. All right, guys. That's it for this episode.
Wait, so to say, like, if we didn't talk about sex, then that means we were getting sex?
Yeah.
Any man, that's what we talk about is sex. That's what we think about. Anybody. Yeah. All day long. They did studies.
I think about heavy lifting capabilities of rockets. Like, that's kind of where my brain really goes.
That's sex for you.
That is, yeah. It's better than sex because, like, intercourse can't lift somebody into space.
What did we say in this movie that would just say somebody you need to get laid?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
I'm not even offended. It's true. How do they know me so well?
I know. you hit it on the head. All right, guys. Next week, another Coming Attractions episode. Announce what we're doing the following time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. As always, find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Find us on Twitter at miscastpodcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at miscasttodd. Go check out Binge Watchers on the Wall and subscribe to that. You can hear all about us not getting laid on that one too, apparently.
Every time we do this podcast, we're not getting laid.
Yeah. That's because
although you can't see our hands.
Yeah, actually, I can see your arm though. That actually kind of solves it. But thank you for the generosity of how far you were reaching out too. Hello. That's just my Ruby Rhod. Why is it so red? I'll tell you later.
It's like a dog dick.
All right, guys. Until next time. Make sure you always like, subscribe. To whatever thing it asks you to do on the thing that you listen to the podcast, do that. If it's subscribe, cool. If it's, write a little review, that's good too.
What if there's a button that says unsubscribe? Don't press that one.
There is no button that says unsubscribe.
Oh, good. So once you're in there, there's no leaving. It's like a cockroach motel.
You are stuck with us.
Yeah.
And it's like your phone won't work until you've listened to the episode, all that good stuff. I've really got a good virus system in place for us.
I've got just a good virus in general.
Generally, yes. All right, guys. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.